Welcome back, everyone. We're continuing with our lovely Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. I am joined again with my lovely friends here. Friends and family, actually. We actually have it split right down the center of the table, where I have my friends on this side and my family over here. Why are you looking at him like that?
It's going to be a throwdown. We can take him, Joey. We can take him.
Welcome to Family Feud. All right. So, previously on our lovely campaign, we had a massive lore episode where we went and we escaped the shadow section and the battle with the artificers, and we went back to Bebo's brewery where we all had strange dreams, and then promptly the next day went to check off to the Fey Marshal, who is a lovely archfey named Zabilna, and she seems to be working very closely with the champion of the Feywild, Blythe Bitherwurst, in which Zabilna explained to you guys that as of right now, realm gates are closed, along with everything else that's going on. And you guys talked to a lovely mushroom knight in her gardens who said that they were attacked by some knight within the Fey and escaped to the Fey gardens. Realizing he has some kind of dangerous artifact, you said, probably best to leave you here. And promptly made your escape. And I think we ended last session with the cartographer, with the ending of the Cartographer's Bureau, where Malharas, where we learned something interesting about Malharas, is the fact that he is some kind of deity, trapped in the body of a cat.
Just a cat. Just a simple cat.
Simply a cat.
Simply a cat.
Simply a cat with godlike power.
Maybe.
And you got, while Malharas went off to talk to what I would only describe as some kind of follower, you guys were stuck outside with what seemed to be newest recruit of the Cartographer's Bureau, Mina, who is doing her best to explain the universe to you in about 5 seconds flat. All right, and with that, we head back into our lovely game, where you guys just left the Cartographer's Bureau. And I believe you guys were heading off to the shadow section to see the blacksmith?
We destroyed the blacksmith, remember?
Yeah,
Going to
what
see
were
the
you,
Shadow
investigating
Marshal.
it.
the Shadow Marshal,
Marshal, that's what it was.
who's investigating the blacksmith.
Yes. And avoid the winery, apparently.
Evidently, we don't want to go to the winery.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to go to the winery, want to go to the shadow
don't want to
section,
go to the spooky bay.
want to talk to the Shadow Marshal.
Yes.
Okay.
We're trying to avoid his backstory.
Trying to avoid the backstory.
We
a
don't
good
want to
idea.
become part of his backstory.
That'd be part of the current story. You can't go back. This is not Back to the Future. All right. This music is a bit creepy.
It's intense.
Okay.
It fell.
He
Joey,
dropped his
I have
Oh.
no idea.
To figure out what fell.
Yes.
All right. Heading back into the shadow section. Previously, you guys got to the shadow section through the sewer system. It's much different heading into it from the central quarter, where the buildings are of a white stone, and the elegance of the buildings is tall, very akin to the 1920s New York style. Going into the shadow section from the central quarter, it's as if all of the color drains from you as you pass over.
So we don't have color?
It's as if it's muted.
Oh, okay.
So every red becomes darker, every color becomes harsher, has more of a gray tone to it. You begin to feel a chill in the air as you pass over the boundary separating the central quarter and the shadow section.
Okay.
As you enter into this section, the buildings change style. The bricks become less of the smooth stone of the central quarter into more of a cobbled and worn brick with the wooden struts exposed to the air. Every aspect of life, every tree, every bush seems withered and clinging barely to life. People move in a quick shuffle up and down the street, allowing only the sound of their shoes to break the silence. And up and down the street, with certain well-to-do or well-dressed people, you see those metallic skeletons with the void in their chest that wander up and down the street with their masters. And you guys go into the main thoroughfare of the shadow section.
And these things look more like skeletons, or more like robots, or what's
They're skeletons. They're like full on, like this. What, like you can only assume that this was a person at one point, and somehow they must have donated their body or forcefully donated their body, and now they're metallic.
I sheathe my hammer, and I get my my knife ready to go.
All
And
right.
I put my shield on my arm.
Does anyone know where we're going?
You guys can make a perception or history check.
Ooh. 23.
23.
6.
12.
Who's better? Hold up.
8.
That roll is blamed on you.
What'd you get?
Oh!
I rolled a 4. Oh wait, no, it wasn't 6. It was 10. But I rolled a 4.
That's a big difference.
How is that his fault?
He drinks me downstairs.
I don't know what happened. I didn't say a thing. I just said something about good rolls and
Perception or history?
He-
perception.
Do we know
Oh,
what
yeah,
it
Jinxed
is?
okay.
me downstairs.
Wait. I'm doing...
We'll just roll it and add it. There you go.
Okay, 17.
17, 23, 8, 10,
12.
12. More offset by the feeling from the central quarter to the Feywild, and also having all the stuff you just learned from Mina kind of still trying to work its way through your head. It's very hard for you to kind of put together where the Shadow Marshal would be in the Shadow section. Meanwhile, I have a feeling that Solus kind of checked out from Mina.
Yeah.
That she just kind of, Solus was just kind of like, oh, she's talking very fast. I'm going to look at this wardrobe. And,
I was
and
overwhelmed.
kind of checked out. And meanwhile, where Solus is not having his brain kind of fried by Mina, Lux, you enter back into the shadow section.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel this cold come back. And it's almost calming, because it reminds you of a time in which of a time you knew.
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar. You're used to this. Like a fish going back to water. And with that, Solus and Lux, you remember the Fae section pretty well. You assume that therefore that the Shadow and the Fae must mirror each other. So you have a general knowledge of where the Shadow Marshal's manor probably is.
I think I know the general direction of where we need to be going.
Right.
Stay close, and I will keep you protected as best I can.
No problem.
And then we start walking down the walkways, and
Right.
I'm very much paying attention to anybody and everybody that's walking around.
Going down the main thoroughfare, you're seeing a lot of the same shops and buildings that you saw the first time. The blacksmith was indeed within the main thoroughfare of the shadow section. Heading down, you see the blooded vine on the right. You see the now empty blacksmith shop on your left, and you're going further and further down. you're seeing the building that has the book shape on it with a silhouette, which you now know as the Library of the Unburdened Mind. As you continue down the main thoroughfare, you see an apothecary known as the Green Plague, in which it holds an arcane symbol on a flower, which Amadra, you once again are reminded that this symbol is of Mordmorgans.
I don't know this symbol.
Continuing down the main thoroughfare, you encounter a few more shops. It seems to be more of libraries and blacksmiths. But going down the street, you find this building that's tall, marbled, with black tapestries of like a skeletal rib cage and a hammer. And going past this down the main thoroughfare, you reach a building. It is tall. It's about three levels, made of dark wood. The windows are of a red-paned glass. The orange light coming from inside the building moves from window to window, as if somebody's walking through with a very bright candle. Everyone seems to be moving past this building in silence and speed. Around the building, there is just one small iron wrought gate, which stands ajar. And you have a good idea that this is the house of the Shadow Marshal.
I believe this is our location.
Well, let's not stand outside.
Yes?
Sorry, I was writing stuff down. What was the library called again?
The Library of the Unburdened Mind.
Unburdened.
Mind. And the apothecary again, I'm sorry.
The Green Plague.
Plague.
Yes.
Thank you.
I would be staring off at the winery place.
We're not going there.
That is far behind you, about 300 to 400 feet behind you.
Yeah.
If you keep looking, they may come out.
Yes.
She's like, let's go in.
I fear I'm not ready yet to make my presence known.
After you.
And we go inside.
Ladies first.
Stepping past the iron gate, you go up a cobbled way to the door. And as you see the silver iron door knocker standing in the center of the door, it's magnificently wrought.
Look at that knocker.
What knockers?
Thank you,
Of
Doctor.
all the people
Thank you.
I thought
Thank you,
would
Doctor.
make that kind of joke, you were the last one on my list.
So you,
Then again, you were the one with the first swear word.
as you bring that back.
Oh my gosh.
Water retention device.
Oh,
Beaver house.
so raising and knocking with the iron door knocker, you hear something akin to the cracking of a whip.
Very cool.
And as the door
It's really fast.
creaks open, a very tall man with gray, glassy skin. His eyes are black with yellow pupils. His hair is a slate gray. He stands about 7.5 feet tall. And as he opens the door and kind of leans out of it, looming over you. What may I do for you?
I step up and kind of put myself between them, and I say, "We're here to see your master."
The master. Come inside. We will see when the master is free. Leaning back, his body kind of retracting to its full height, he steps aside and opens the door, leading you guys into a red crushed velvet room where you see marble statues, some benches, paintings, and every piece of metal is black iron.
Yeah,
And
I
he
have
steps out of the way and, with a single fluid motion, gestures you inside.
Yeah, Lux has his dagger ready.
Does the crush...
Do you have it out, or do you just have it in your hand?
I kind of have it tucked in my hand.
Can you roll me a sleight of hand check?
I hope you're good at those.
Would you say the building, the craftsmanship looks nice, like well done,
It looks well
average?
done. It's not a haunted house. It's
No, it's not like just thrown together.
No,
It looks
it's very nice.
14.
Okay. As of right now, it seems as though he is not. His eyes haven't drawn to it.
Okay. And I'm just always keeping myself between him and the rest of the party. So whatever he moves, I kind of...
As you guys pass him into the room, as you guys go past him, from the side of your ear, kind of listening to him, you will hear a hollow beat, as if someone was beating a tiny drum inside of an empty room.
Ooh.
Just as you pass him. Inside of the room, there's the light is yellow, giving everything kind of like a warmer tone compared to what happened outside with the kind of grayer, muted tones. The crushed red is has no glisten to it, has no shine, but it just remains that kind of very deep, vibrant red. The walls are of a waxy cream color. The paintings all depict lone figures in desolate places, burned fields, a woman standing on a cliffside with water jetting up around her, seemed to be looking at a shipwreck off in the distance. The marble statues are of people wearing hoods and blindfolds. There's a single staircase that goes around the center room and up to the higher levels, and there are 3 sets of doors. As you guys all enter into the center of this room, the tall man walks from the door as he shuts it and goes to the doors immediately opposite the front doors. Wait here. I will speak to the master.
In the hall?
Yes.
To wait in the hall.
You may feel free to admire the works of art. Take careful note of the new painting over there.
Over there.
And he gestures to a painting off in the corner of the room as he turns and goes to the other doors, opening them with as silent as the grave and disappearing beyond them.
She's gonna go look at the painting.
That he gestured to.
Mm-hmm. She goes over.
And why are we here again?
The marshal. The marshal.
And the marshal is meant to protect the people.
Where?
She's like, I think this marshal may have a different plan.
Are we ready? Should this marshal decide they are not in
Wait.
the...
We're just here to help with the investigation. I think.
She looks at the painting.
You go over and you look at this painting, and it depicts somebody with a cart leaving a burned village.
Do I recognize the village?
No.
The person with the cart? Do I recognize the person?
They seem tired and worn.
Can I do like what a perception? Or...
Yeah, you can roll a perception. Right?
Can I do an insight on the person who's riding the cart?
Yep. Well, nobody's riding it; they're pulling it.
Or pulling the cart?
21.
21.
22.
22.
Wow.
Can I roll for perception about the village?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
The village.
20.
20.
Natural 20.
Anyone else want to make any perception
plus
checks?
3.
We seem to be doing very well
Uh,
in the perception.
I'll see what's in the cart, I guess.
We are really taking note of this painting.
He did draw your attention.
21.
21.
We just have like little magnifying glasses.
Checking
Do
the
you
paint-
want to check anything, or are you kind of just vibing?
I'm sitting. I'm a cat. I don't care about paintings.
Okay. So, going over to this painting, you guys all kind of like, what was he trying to tell us about this painting? And you guys all like, go on to this
like
painting.
Clue.
You were checking out the person in the painting, right?
Yeah, the person, like, what was their intention? Were they responsible for the buildings being
As
burned?
you look at this person, you see on their face sorrow and void. This is a person who is leaving this village because there's nothing to keep them here anymore. But it's not in a good way. It's a very, very bad way. They're trying to forget. What were you looking at?
I was just looking at the painting in general. To see if I recognized anything, like for...
You don't
like,
recognize
you know what I
anything
mean.
specifically. But you know the buildings aren't... Just looking at the buildings, it's hard to tell. The buildings are destroyed, but they're not destroyed by any cataclysm.
So it wasn't a fire.
So it wasn't a fire, wasn't a dragon, wasn't like giants or anything. These buildings were burned and broken by normal people. You were looking at the cart, I believe so was.
No, the village.
Oh,
You were looking at the village.
Yeah.
You look at the village and seeing the same thing that Kitsu sees, where these buildings were not destroyed by greater means. They were destroyed by people using whatever force they could muster with their own hands to rip these buildings apart.
So is an attack.
You see no bodies. Whatever happened to these people, wherever they aren't here anymore. And you were looking at the cart. You're looking at the cart. Normally people, when they're leaving a village, they take furniture, clothing, things like that. Food. You don't see that. You see what you can imagine to be rugs. Wrapped, thick rugs.
the bodies.
So as you guys are all looking at this painting, Malharas, you kind of allow everyone to run off and do their own thing while you just kind of sit with Beaufort. Beaufort looks uneasy in this place. He seems to be looking around as is expecting to hear something.
What's wrong? Oh, calm down. You're embarrassing me. Come on.
Beaufort, usually a very happy and very playful dog. His tail is still. His body is quiet. His breaths are measured. He's silent in this place.
We're only going to be around as long as we need to be. We're not going to get in any trouble again.
As you say this, you hear the creaking of the far door.
Don't bark.
But he does stand to attention.
Hush.
And as you see the tall man lean out, the master will see you now. Please, enter.
Before we go inside, I turn to everybody and I say, that painting was meant to make us afraid and to make us worry and want.
Okay.
She looks at the guy and she's like, the artist has forgot to sign it.
The artist paints with the use of magic. The artist has recently traveled from this place and brought this wonderful picture to the master.
He still didn't sign it.
You do not sign magical paintings.
Would we know this person?
Should you
Purchase some of his artwork. It's truly uplifting.
I believe he has an apartment in the lower in the lower parts of the shadow section. He enjoys to see misery.
Don't we all?
I'll be sure to make my acquaintance with him then.
You will. Please, enter. I shall return shortly with refreshments. Who is the first to enter the room?
I'll do it.
I'll do it! Beaufort
Barbara,
will not
just-
join you in going first.
Well, come on.
Make me a charisma check.
Brushes? Get in here!
I'm Roshan.
I'm
That was much better than when it was about to be. 15.
Alright. Reluctantly,
Why is my persuasion so low?
Buford moves forward with silent steps. Who goes in after him?
I'll probably go in last because I'm keeping myself.
I'll go in.
Who's next, Solus or Umbrella?
Going.
I'll
You
go in after him.
You're going after him? So in this way, you guys enter into this room. This long, black and white tiled floored room. It's about 50 feet in length and it's trapezoidal in shape. So it goes from the fatter part of the trapezoid to the thinner part. The thinner end of the room has a glass kind of outcropping where the top of it is covered in a thick velvet, allowing no sunlight to come in directly to the desk that's in front of it. On the walls, there is drawn curtains. A single fireplace sits directly in the center of the room. You see the large fireplace flue above it, and the fire pit is in the center. You see spikes where a pot would go, but there is no pot at the moment. It's just a simple flame in gray sand. Across from the fire, so it goes the front door, goes the door of the office, the fire, and then the desk. The desk is ornately carved of black wood with white accents. There is a large, high-back chair that currently is dark to you. But you see hands coming just out of the shadows. Enter, please. I am interested to speak to you. Now let's don't be shy. Come forward.
She walks up to the fire. She kind of looks at it a little bit, and we can't see what's sitting in the chair.
Not at the moment.
As we walk closer.
Not at the moment. He seems to be sitting in perfect shadow.
Like magical darkness?
Almost.
So we can't see with like our dark vision or anything like that. Okay.
Are you our hostess?
I am your host. You have entered my current abode. It is nothing akin to what I have in my usual place of residence, but it will do for now.
What's the name of the person we're supposed to go see?
The
Shadow Marshal.
Shadow Marshal.
We
Yeah,
don't know
what's-
his name.
He didn't have a name.
Are you
You
the
guys
shadow?
didn't ask.
Yeah. Are you the shadow marshal in this location?
I am. As of right now, the Shadow Marshal must be ready to see the citizens of the Platinum City. Unfortunately. Normally I would have a underling deal with you. And your silly little squabbles. But I am at your disposal.
Ah, silly little squabbles.
Yes. Your silly little living squabbles.
Are we here for the same?
What
just
manner?
Kind of side note. Are we here the same reason that we came here the last time?
When were you guys here the last time?
We were following up on leads to the investigation.
Yes.
Is that why we're still here?
Yeah.
That's why we.
Zabilna sent you over here because the blacksmith was. You guys wanted to check out the blacksmith, but in order to do that, you have to talk to the Shadow Marshal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we figured that there are artificers, and okay, I had just had to
Kind of connect.
why we're in this
Yeah.
creepy guy's house.
What manner of being are you?
I'm an eternal being.
Is there anything like chairs or anything around this desk?
As you kind of look around, he goes, "Do you wish to sit?" Kind of reaching his hand out, you see the white glove kind of go into a dark embroidered coat with gold buttons. You see a pale skin underneath, and as he waves his hands, from beyond the curtains, you hear things pull, and you see chairs float out and sit in front of him. You see 5. And his hand returns to the other. Sit. Do not think I am a bad host.
She says,
I am one who loves invitations.
we are looking for the artificers that were hiding in your area.
I know of no artificers in my area.
But you know of all the things.
I do.
She tries to copy his accent. She says, you are in touch with your beings.
Roll me a performance check. And what did you want?
Can I investigate the chairs?
Yes.
Making sure they're not in.
Can I do an insight and see if? Well, actually,
Wait, that's not investigate.
I'll let them go first. I gotta figure out what it is I'm gonna do.
I got a 16.
16. As you kind of walk up and look at the chairs, the seat is made of a plush cushion of blood red.
Oh.
The wood is dark and twisted. Seems to be of a living wood. And as you kind of reach out and touch the wood to inspect it, there's an oddness to it, a vibration that you would almost think as a pulse.
I don't trust these.
Out of 20.
I do not
Can
trust
I,
these.
Oh, you're going. Yeah.
Out of 20.
And you were
Copying his
copying
accent.
his accent.
And the sentence he said about being with his people.
As you mimic his accent, he goes, "A generous performance. One that does not offend me. I'm glad. I tend to deal with bad performers in my own way.
She's like, so the
How
blacksmith.
rude am I?
So the
Allow me
blacksmith.
to introduce myself." Pulling back the magical darkness, you see the dark red eyes in black seas. You see the white, waxy skin. His clean shaven and rigid face goes down to a pointed chin as over his clothing of a dark velvet into the red waistcoat and white shirt with a little handkerchief that comes out. His hair is black, pulled back in a widow's peak, down to the ponytail that kind of comes at the end. "I am your host. Please allow me to introduce myself," as he stands from the chair. "The name is Count Strad von Zarovich, Shadow Marshal of the Shadow Section for the current time. Please sit. My manservant will return shortly with refreshments." As you hear the door.
She's like, so you know of the blacksmiths. in
The
your
blacksmith of the Lightless Flame was an unfortunate loss. It was a wonderful blacksmith.
area. But you do know that they were artificers.
I have found nothing of artificial technology within the rubble that was left. Why? Do you have more information? I would love to have you sit and chat for a while. Margoyle seems to have returned with the refreshments. I have so little company that requires such things. I would enjoy to have your interesting take on my cuisine. As Margoyle, the manservant, returns with a small tray that he pushes along with 2 fingers and puts it in front of the chairs. "Thank you, Margoyle. That will be all." Margoyle puts a hand to his chest and backs out of the room.
As the marshal of this location, you are responsible for the people under your charge, and you protect all of the people under your charge. Is that correct?
All of the people of the Shadow Section are under my tender care.
As sheep?
They are more than sheep, my friend. They are... How is the best way to put this? They are mine. How they make themselves of use to me has yet to be known for so many. But I would not call them sheep.
A butcher will love its calves until it has need to butcher them. Is this the care that you provide your people?
If I had done that with my people, there would be no people.
I look at you guys and I say, I am severely conflicted at the moment and do not trust my own judgments. I need for you to be my touchstone at the moment.
Rest assured, my friend, none of the people within the Platinum City are under my direct rule. I am held by the wonderful rules of the Congress of the Goddesses. I am unable to imply my own rules to the Shadow Section. If I had done so, perhaps the blacksmith of artificers, as you so rightfully put it, would have been dealt with earlier. I do not allow such things in Barovia.
All we did was walk in and they blew themselves up.
Yes. However, I do not believe that the artificers, they are not ones to jump to conclusions such as these things. You must be quite capable.
It was pretty fast. Just a
I
couple
imagine
seconds.
it would. My men were unable to reach it before the fire took hold.
Well, all we did was walk in. What have you done?
I tend not to break into houses.
We didn't break in. We walked in through the front door.
I have a tendency to require invitation.
What a marshal.
He is a vampire.
To put it bluntly,
Yes.
She says, "Well, you can't be a very effective marshal if you can't go in."
I have people who do things for.
She says,
Winston is currently at
Winston.
the blacksmith, digging through the rubble and speaking with the bodies. Unfortunately, it looks like only one of them will talk. I have supposed that you have something to do with the lack of people to interrogate.
We had nothing to do with the lack of people to interrogate.
You
They-
did not kill the artificers.
They blew
I
themselves
know.
up, as I
blew
said.
themselves.
Well, one of them,
They talked about
Still
the gnome
speaks.
and the armor, and which is exactly what we were doing.
one of them still speaks.
Oh, good.
The light in his eyes glowing to a dim. Winston has been able to chat with him.
We find ourselves in the strange situation to be on the same pursuit of knowledge. We will go and we will interrogate further the situations that we have.
Although I would be grateful for your assistance, I do not believe that you have purpose to continue your investigation. Unless there is something you wish to show me.
Oh, the Fae things.
The what?
The
We have
the
authorization.
Oh,
The
the
Fae
pass.
badges.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we show him the pass.
Ah, you're working with
that's-
Zabina.
Yes.
Yeah, she
How
sent
is
it.
she since that naughty person has moved into her garden?
She's doing fine.
Has she figured out what happened to the gardener? Manakarata.
I believe that she has it all well in hand.
Oh, I hope so. Manakarata was a wonderful person. She gave me a quite lovely set of black roses last... What was it? The Day of Ascension? So kind.
If that
I'm
would be
starting
all,
to doubt the capabilities of the marshals.
We are severely limited in our powers.
She's like,
Unfortunately, myself, this is not my normal form. I
I think the
am...
marshals are like the champions. Uneventful.
Me and the other marshals are bound to the Platinum City by rules of the Congress of Goddesses.
and
The
nothing-
Shadow Queen pulled me from Barovia into this menial form. My current living form still unable to pass beyond the boundaries of Barovia.
Hopefully one day we'll help you pass on to the beyond.
I hope you as well will find rest. But some do not get such luxuries.
I've given up on rest.
As have I.
What a shame. I love sleeping.
A good pillow, right?
Please, you may go forth and meet up with Winston at the blacksmith. Please do not leave my refreshments untouched.
We are in quite a hurry. Shall we leave?
I am ready.
Very well. And I go and I open the door for us.
I have not heard from your small companion.
He's mute.
Tell me. You seem to be admiring my furniture. Do you enjoy the work of my homeland?
What's this made out of?
Wood. Would you care for a piece? As he reaches up his hand and moves his fingers, you see a part of the chair break open. Go on. Take.
I'm okay.
I believe
Thank
you
you.
have. Yes, I believe you have enough pieces
As
of
you
chair.
look at the wood, where the outside was black, the inside is bone white. And a red sap begins to go down to coat it. Please,
No, thank
a
you.
gift is not to be scorned.
I have my hands on your shoulders.
She starts to
You're
walk
like-
out the door, and she's like, in his accent, she says, "We should leave his gift and go forth to the shadow."
I'm like, thank you, but I'm good at the moment. I do not want it, please.
A shame. As he twists his hand, the chair rebuilds itself, twisting back into shape. Well, I'm waited with bated breath to hear your investigation. Please do keep tabs with Winston.
And I leave and I shut the door.
You guys all leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have-
Buford remained very quiet. Where did you acquire this hound?
He walked up to me.
Ah. Winston will be very interested to know that you found him.
Amazing.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
As you guys all leave, do come again. And you guys leave and shut the door. Margoyle, the tall man, is standing outside. May I show you out?
We know the way. Please return
Thank you.
to your master.
Have a good day. Going back out into the street with the doors closing behind you. The outside, although when you first came into this shadow section was cold, it's noticeably warmer after being within the Shadow Marshal's house. All the shadows seem a bit brighter, and the gray sun seems warm.
The gray sun seems warm.
The gray light of the sun.
Oh,
Oh.
You have blood on your shoulder now.
I do?
Because he squeezed you tight.
No.
One point
Because
there.
my nails were digging into my palms. And when I put my
Oh.
hand on your shoulder, the blood on my hand was on your shoulder now.
Oh.
I'm like,
So, as you kind of
He's
as you
leaky.
notice this, as you kind of reach into your, as you reach into your pockets for like a handkerchief or something to clean it, you feel a piece of paper, and you remember, back in the church, you took something off of a body,
that's right!
and it's just been sitting in your pocket this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm like,
This could be a vital information.
I'm like,
What
what
did
do
you
we have
steal?
here? What do we have here?
Holy cow! That was like so long ago.
That was 3 sessions ago.
How did I forget about that?
A lot happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
As you kind of pull it out and are looking at it, you realize that as you kind of uncrumple it, this is something you've never heard or even seen before. It's a small piece of paper about so big, and it has a name on it, and it says, "Member of the Unburdened Mind."
Son of
Yeah, the library card.
It's a
You
library.
can order a book.
But return it within a week.
It does seem to be stamped.
Oh, you could have taken out a book.
No, that means that one's
They-
out.
They borrowed the book that they summoned the monster
Oh my
with from the
God.
library.
It's amazing what you find in the library.
oh my gosh.
Do you show
Having
it to
fun
everybody?
isn't hard.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
like-
library card.
I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
They
guys,
bought it
look at
at
this.
Blockbuster.
They forgot
Hey,
to
you got-
rewind.
They had to get the VHS for the ring somehow.
What the heck?
They
I
were
kinda-
not kind. They did not rewind.
So what do you do?
I pull it out. I'm like, huh? Uncrumple it.
Huh?
Hey guys, look at this.
Oh, it looks like a library card.
She's like,
What?
So it's a Macy.
There is actually, you actually do know quite a few libraries in the Asheron Forest. The Owlins tend to keep books, known as the High Shelves.
Good. No.
It's top shelf.
Top shelf material.
Top shelf material. And that Commonwealth stuff. Where is it that you got this information? Do you need to return a book?
You guys do remember
do you have a book with you?
the book within the
The
church.
book, it's in my pocket.
You guys do remember the book within the church. It was a leather tome with metallic
We didn't
metallic
take the book.
writings. The insides had been turned to ash.
It's evidence.
It was kept as evidence.
Does it have a
He
name?
stole
She-
the library
do we
card.
have a name? Does it have a name on the library card?
Yes, actually.
Dale.
There's actually a name on the library card.
Okay, what does it
Whose
say?
library card is it?
Desmond Artcraft is the name.
Desmond. So we know. Now we need
We've
to
been
find
sitting
Dan. Now
Every
we need to find
Desmond is a
Danny
bad
and
guy.
Desmond. Was it
Dan?
Dale?
Dale's
Dale
dead.
is dead. Dale is dead.
We don't need to obsess about Dale anymore.
I really wanted to.
We've had this evidence sitting with us the whole time.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's alright.
So, you guys now have the library card for the Library of Unburdened Mind. You also know that there's somebody named Winston currently investigating the blacksmith, and there seems to be another couple of other touch points.
Can anybody
I-
have the ability to look in? I don't know. It wouldn't have a picture of him on there. Would
No,
it?
it's not a photo ID.
You know, a little sketch or something.
Little minor image.
Please stand here for a moment while I get your profile. They do that in Disney. So
Caricature.
Wait, they do?
yes,
they're
they
called
do.
caricatures.
Characters.
To make
They
it
cost,
big.
they cost about $600.
I believe that we should go to the library and not to the blacksmiths.
You do have to pass the
Why not?
blacksmith to get to the library.
So we start on the way.
Yes, but I rather don't like doing what someone tells me to do, especially if they have fangs and drink blood.
You're going to be
Wait.
difficult this whole time, aren't you?
He
Well,
has
we were
fangs.
asked
Do you drink
to
blood?
by the Play Marshal, so technically we were asked by a much nicer person.
She didn't appear to have fangs.
Yes.
Does the
Still-
niceness of someone matter?
The
Make it
niceness of
feel
the
better
ashes they
about
leave
it.
behind can be as nice as they like.
Well, how about this? We need to continue, or everyone, especially me, dies.
Okay. Well, let's go to the library and then go to the blacksmith. Or maybe is the blacksmith first?
Shall
The
we split the,
blacksmith, you have to pass the blacksmith to get to the library.
Why
So you're there
no?
first.
we split the party?
No!
No! I love that idea.
I hate that idea.
We can cover more ground.
We
if
could
we
get
split
killed,
up.
and no one would know.
Very well.
No
if we
one
must.
would know the why.
It's
there,
the perfect
right?
crime.
I could die, and you will
Nobody
never
would
know.
know. Very well. If we need to go to the blacksmiths, and that is what is
I
reasonable,
almost died there last time.
then I will be happy to accompany you. But I will not go for his sake.
Fine.
I'm going.
It's
but
not
not
fun.
because you told me to.
All
It's 'cause I
right. So you
wanna
guys are going to the
go.
blacksmith.
We're going
Yeah,
to the
it's
blacksmith.
going to-
Heading back
blacksmith.
down the main thoroughfare, you have to pass
Do you think we could kill
the
him?
bank. You have to pass the Risen Bank. You have to pass the Green Plague of Mordmorins before you finally get to the quiet and still building of the blacksmith.
No, everybody, don't look guilty.
The door is open.
We're not.
Especially you.
The door is currently open.
Oh, is it like barely? Is it the
Is
only
there
thing
still
still
a door
standing?
there?
Still standing.
Okay, the outside of the building is perfect because the city is made out of metal.
Oh
Somebody
yeah,
cast
is everything
repair?
inside is
Everything
ashes.
Gone.
You see that inside everything is quite bare inside, and there's large scorch marks.
What a bummer.
Does anybody have like the ability to tell if someone's lying?
I think I do.
Not. I
you?
wish.
I don't.
What's it called?
Insight.
Insight?
Other than that, we all have that, but
I'm pretty insightful.
you know, like
Zone of
maybe a
truth.
spell.
That
or
was that
something.
spell.
I
No, I
personally
don't
have.
you're
think Zone
more
of Truth is
insightful.
a.
He leveled up
Super
into
low
Blood
level
Hunter,
spell.
not Cleric.
And the zone of truth
She's like, okay.
tells me a different story.
Okay, let's go see what Winston has to say.
Yeah.
He's talking
See this
to the
Winston
dead.
guy.
Hopefully it's Dave or Dale.
Dale's dead.
Dale
He's
is a
talking to
goner.
the dead.
Failed
you
into
guys
pieces. He
enter
blew himself
in-
up.
As you guys enter in, who goes in first?
I go in last.
I'll go in first again.
You go in
I'll
first.
go in
The same order.
One
The
second.
same order. Okay, so
Amadrea wants to go
going
second.
in, Buford goes with you, and as you guys kind of open the door, you hear a low growl,
Oh, is it Buford?
It's Winston.
and you see inside of the room, inside of the burned and crushed room, you see a large Doberman. You see a large black and gray Doberman with thick red eyes.
Mine's better.
You see that this Doberman has a particular collar make on. And as you kind of walk in, it growls at you. And Buford growls back. And the Doberman snaps up before lowering its head back down. Realizing, almost like it's responding to a command, but then realizing it doesn't have to listen anymore. And Buford kind of stands over you with his...
Oh, like that.
Oh yeah, especially me.
over him.
He's like sitting over him like a cat.
And pushing the door open as everyone else comes in. The Doberman proceeds to go from that growl to barking. You hear measured steps coming up from the basement. Briar, what is going on out here? What is with all the noise? From below coming up, a man in a gray trench coat, tight and quick to his form, in a gray measured suit with a single red tie. A man with white hair and a large mustache that goes from under his nose out into thick mutton chops and goes up into his sideburns. He comes out and goes, "Ah! What are you doing here? This is a crime scene." What?
Stealth?
Stealth? Yeah, roll stealth.
Ooh.
We're investigators.
12.
There's a.
You try to hide behind Buford
Oh no.
and
That doesn't work.
realize that doesn't work. You then go to the door to try to hide behind the door, and the door breaks off. And you're like, oh gosh.
OP. Suspicious.
And the man goes, the door was damaged in the fire.
Oh, I was just looking at it.
Well, it is damaged in the fire. Whoever started this was very thorough. The door was left open. There were 3 corpses up here.
I know.
She said.
Well,
sh-
seems as
Don't
though
say
2 of
that.
them were tied up.
He doesn't.
She
Oh, so
said
the balance of the
they didn't
ropes
want you
held.
to be able to find any. So what did they say? Did your investigation?
I must
Unveil
ask
something.
you who you
Show
are and
them-
what are you doing in this crime scene?
Show him the documentation.
Try still again. No.
We are investigating this
Ah,
crime
the
scene.
Fey badge.
I did not realize that this was connected to the Fae. Please, come in. Tell me tell me the connection to this.
They were investigating the attack on the church, and it.
You
led
believe
to-
that the Lightless Forge was connected to the church disaster?
Yes.
Interesting.
They were definitely
I've
hiding
learned
something.
from my interrogee. Interrogee? What is the word? Is there a correct word of someone who you interrogate?
The dead
Still
person.
speaking corpse.
Yes, that is what they are. I was looking for more of a polite way of saying it, but okay. The person who is dead is talking again, and they are telling me that they were the artificers.
Yes.
Oh.
It is very interesting.
Brilliant insight. I never knew.
And they.
One thing after another. Your cat is rather interesting.
Is
Yes.
unique.
He is unique. Where did you find my dog?
This is my
Your
dog.
Buford. Buford kind of looks away.
You misunderstood. His name is Beaufort.
Oh,
And I go into the other room with the corpse.
Hi.
Please, do wait for me. I do not want you to disturb any of the evidence.
And you better hurry up.
This is how I imagine him walking.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Do come in.
Here you go.
Flittering around.
I actually completely thought that there were just skeletons, talking
There are two.
skeletons.
There are 2 skeletons up here. They're charred dwarvish remains.
And
still,
they're speaking?
No, as of right now, these ones are silent. As you go down the stairs where you see the melted pieces of metal and you see the broken timbers and you see some of the actual wall had caved in from where it was stone. You see one corpse partially burned away to reveal the skeleton underneath. Its eyes glow with a gray light as it is jerked up like a marionette puppet.
Oh.
He speaks. Now, there are only a few more questions I can ask him before I will require the use of a cleric.
She says you should ask him where the gnome was sent and the armor.
The unfortunate part is they can lie.
I'll take care of that.
It is unfortunate to know that they can
I
lie.
don't remember that.
It is actually a thing of speaking from the dead. They can lie.
So I take out my
Why do I
knife
even take this spell?
and I rub my blood on it, creating
Ooh, he's
into
rubbing his
the
blood
the
again.
long sword
Mm-hmm.
that's now flaming, and I put it in front of him.
As you look at this corpse, he reacts to the blade, and you realize why this one's still alive. This is the one you killed.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
He can't pass on.
Oh!
Yep. And so I place it down in front of him. I kind of stab it through the ground a little bit, and I say, "I'm going to ask you 2 questions, but know that if I don't get the answers that I want, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to grab your soul and shove it into this sword, and you will be with me forever, because I live forever." Now, don't answer yet, because I know your questions are important.
All right.
Wow.
That wasn't.
You watched the movie. You're able to know these
That
things.
wasn't an answer. That was just me affirming your position. Please, as Winston comes over and slaps him in the face. Oh! Viva asks him questions.
If, on the other hand, your information is fruitful, I will release your soul myself and send you on to whatever damnation is waiting for you. Question number 1. Where is the gnome
Yeah,
Numero
because
uno.
the gnome has the armor.
that has the armor that you were speaking about?
As he is pulled up by the invisible strings of magic that are pulling in his form, you see all of a sudden the surge come in as I. The gnome is with Deus Ex.
You know he's with Deus Ex.
Coordinates. Show me
We
on the
could also ask him instead. I'm whispering this to him.
There is only one more question we can ask before we will require the use of a cleric.
We could also ask where his companion who escaped would have gone to, and we can go and interrogate him and kill him.
Would it be faster just to ask him where Deus Ex is?
He'll give a vague answer like at the headquarters, and then we'll have to get a cleric all the way over here to
Well, we have
ask
it.
where in the hells are the headquarters, and
I'm more of a bounty
be
hunter than a
specific.
cleric.
We need directions, not just a vague answer like at my house.
In that room.
What are the cross streets of this?
Exactly. That's a perfect answer. That's a perfect
Where
question.
is the geographical location of Deus Ex?
Coordinates. They're smart people. I'm sure they know. And
Other artificers are smart. They're men of science.
crossroads would be very good information.
Maybe like the address?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's
have
what we're
it.
gonna ask him.
Do you know
What
if
is
addresses
the-
are a thing?
Okay, where's the address
What is
to
the
Deus
address?
Ex?
Well, library cards are a thing, so I'm assuming addresses are.
Who said anything about area code?
Library cards are a thing. I'm assuming that street address. Do they have rotary whetstones here?
Yes. Where is the location? What is the address of Deus Ex? Deus Ex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deus Ex.
Latitudinal.
That you have seen him most often or know of his location.
So what is the actual question?
What is the address
What is the address of what?
Deus
Deus
Ex.
Ex.
of where you can
Wait.
find Deus Ex?
As once again the surge of magic goes into him.
They don't have a rotary west.
The body is silent and like it begins to convulse as it is compelled to give an answer, but he's trying and fighting very hard
I
not
light
to
my-
speak.
I light my sword more on fire and point out what his fate will be.
And he goes, the central quarter.
That's not an address.
No, but it's in the central. We have an area we can check
freaking
It's a
out.
big
It's a
area.
big area.
How will
We
know
were
that-
looking for an
oh.
address.
It's in the central quarter. There's no address. There's no addresses. It is not like
Are you sure
1704
you're not a
East Silver Drive.
Yeah.
How do we find places?
You have signs. People don't. Reading and writing are not normal. It's the Middle Ages.
So, question to the DM.
Yes.
They do.
The
Something
souls
about library cards.
of people who die by monsters
Mm-hmm.
are tied to the bodies that they once inhabited.
Yes.
Oh, that's
If I were to cremate this dude and put him in my pocket, then he would be stuck with me forever.
That'd be pretty cool.
You can have
That'd
a
be pretty
general
sick.
Assumption that is.
I
generally
look at
how
the
that
dude with the funny accent and I say,
works. My name is Winston, Detective Winston.
The
Winston-
funny accents.
I'm going to set him on fire. And
Do you
I'm
need
going
help?
to take his ashes with
You
me.
do need help.
Do you
He
need a
doesn't
vial?
Yes, I will definitely need
Well,
a
you can
vial.
always turn him to glass.
Whoa.
But
That'd
then,
be pretty cool. We carry
could
around
turn
this
him
like
into a nice-
glass skeleton like Django.
Well,
That's
And then we can...
I could turn him into a nice chalice or
A nice
little
glass will be wonderful.
Perfect.
Therefore, I can put vile
I see
things
video
inside the glass.
on Chewbacca's back.
Do you want like a wine glass or what are we talking about?
That'd be so cool.
Like a nice,
Excellent question.
a nice, was it a potion of healing size?
Oh,
glass
nice, a nice like little like vial thing,
There you go.
little bottle.
That's with the lid would be fantastic.
You know,
Oh,
like a
a
wine
glass
skin, like
lid.
with
Oh,
lemon
I love
powder.
it. Oh, I love it. As you guys do notice in the side of this room, there are two other large hounds rooting around in the ash and debris. One is a large like Rottweiler, and the other one is kind of more of a wolfhound. Burn and Bauble, please return to Briar on the first floor. I do not want you, my darlings, to be burned.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Do you have the fire? I have the rest.
I can cast Sacred Flame.
I guess you probably
Excellent.
have-
As he takes out oil and dumps it over the body.
Excellent.
the last
I
time
like
he
to
was
keep
the
the
fire
magic up.
died,
I want
so-
to hear him scream. Begins the fire.
And I start lighting it up.
As you hit the sacred flame, the oil lights with radiant flame. And the body is quickly burned to ash.
Wait, it's radiant flame?
Yeah, because of the sacred flame.
Oh, it's just
Can we not kill it? Because it's radiant?
No, he can't die.
He's dead.
He's dead already, but he can't be dropped. Anything that dies by radiant damage won't die, it'll just immediately be saved. So I'd reach 0 and then not make Dave. That saves.
But he's already dead.
But he's already dead.
So it doesn't count.
So it burns to ash, and with using some arcane powers, the ash is pulled up, bathed in the radiant flame, and then becomes a small bottle with a nice little glass stopper. And then it splits into 2.
Nice.
One for you and one for me.
Does it have a little face?
I agree.
Yes, they do have little faces as imperfections in the glass.
That's so cool.
For you,
Excellent.
my friend. You
What's
are
that?
very interesting.
I'm not
I
really
thank
sure
you for
that
my
that's,
new toy.
That's cool.
I will torture him for you.
Is it creation?
I'm
Thank
not exactly sure that is acceptable to me.
And now, where are we off to now?
Would you
The
like
library.
them?
That's pretty cool.
No.
It is too bad.
We could get
I'm not
souvenirs
exactly
out
sure
of
that
people.
That's something she really
That's cool.
We can
Don't
take their
worry,
photo
I
and
will
we
put,
can just take
I will
it.
put good use to him.
I'm not really sure that that's something she.
He will hold the ashes of his
Proves it, yes.
comrades.
I'm not
That's
exactly
pretty
sure that's
cool.
something she.
That's
I'm sorry, I did not ask any of your names. Of course, my name is Detective Winston. I work for the Shadow Marshal. I am his Grim Speaker. And
Is that
what
like
are all
Grim's
of your
Walker?
names? No, Grim Speaker.
No, mine is Grimm's Walker. What?
Grim's Walker. Oh, you know Grim's Walker. He is the how would you say?
Cat.
He's a cat.
He's the cat.
He's a cat.
That does make sense.
I wish I was
That
part of
makes
the car.
so much sense. That is why he has the salmon all the time.
Great.
Oh my gosh, everything makes sense now. He constantly is destroying my rugs whenever he comes over. And he also does not like my dogs. Oh wait, you like my dogs, so that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Grim's Walker is the head of the Magical Association in this central quarter.
Named
What
after
do you
his
do?
god.
I'm the Grim Speaker of the Shadows section. I am, when people die, I talk to them and I figure out what happened.
Cushy job.
Well, I also know that this man was killed by what he believed to be a vampire,
That's close.
which I now assume was
That
you.
me. I'm not a vampire anymore.
Although your blade is quite interesting, I've only seen a few other magics like it. Have you been to the Blooded Vine? It's just across the street.
We were getting along so well.
Wow.
He's on.
They have an
Arlington
excellent
Knockers.
vintage. The reason why I ask is they have an excellent vintage for people of your affliction. The Shadow Marshal at the current time does have quite a large store from them.
I believe we need to go to the library.
Oh, that's
Before
just
I-
on the street. Can I show you the way?
No, I'm sure that we can find it ourselves.
I do have to continue my investigation. There are a few other things that I would like to see within the rubber. So I will bid you adieu. Auf Wiedersehen. Please do return to my apartment is just in the higher pieces of the shadow section. Please, if you have need of my services, you can just
Just
ask.
invite
I
him
am
to
the
his
Grim
house.
Speaker.
What just happened?
I don't know.
I think we were just invited over. Like
We were invited over to this man's apartment. And
Yes, my apartment. It is where I keep my files.
Oh,
Well, I thought
okay.
people weren't
Okay.
working the case.
Oh,
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you not investigators? Are you not the detectives for the Fey section?
Yeah.
We
Oh, excellent. Then we can
Golly.
collaborate. We can talk about our files and plans. Come on, people. A working relationship here.
That's all I want.
You can see my other tortures.
It's been a long day. Is it only still morning? Like, how long have we been awake?
Yeah, what
this
time
day?
Yeah.
It's about noon.
We did travel
already-
across the entire Platinum
Oh,
City.
that is
Yeah.
true. It is almost time for my lunch.
We need to leave
Let's
now.
go
We don't wanna be here for
let's
that
go to the
before
library.
lunch.
I'll just go across to the Blooded Vine. They have a nice long section.
We need to leave
She-
now.
As you guys, he says, Auf Wiedersehen. I will see you later.
what he said.
As you guys walk up, I need everyone to roll me a perception check.
Oh,
Woohoo!
19.
19.
Okay. Oh, wait.
16.
Oh, I have advantage.
16.
Wait, would this rely on
Perception?
Perception.
smell?
Okay.
No.
Okay, then.
I got a
then
big
19.
30, 20,
18.
18,
Dirty twin.
30, 20,
19.
19,
16.
16. So everyone sees it. You see in the higher windows this large black raven as it kind of looks down with its cocked eye at everyone.
And she looks up. She's like, beware of the raven. He is her eyes.
You see across the chest of the raven a white plumage in the shape of a crescent moon. As it kind of looks down at everyone, it seems to lock gaze at you guys. With a caw, flies down to the door, and in the fresh ash where the door was broken off, with its claw, scratches something in the ash.
Can we look at it?
Will you please go and look? I've met 3 people today, and every single one of them I wanted to kill. Horrifically.
I'll go look.
I'll
And it's
look as
only
well.
noon.
Anyone who wants to look, roll me a history check, except you, if you want.
Me?
Except
I will
you.
stand
Okay,
over
I'll
here.
go look. I'll go look.
Okay, you don't have to roll anything.
I'll look.
23.
23. Okay.
I think he figured it out. I don't know.
17.
17.
A 9!
That was
Nice.
my highest roll yet.
So you two are the only one who know. This is a very obscure symbol.
Obscure
That's
symbol.
cool.
Very obscure symbol. Solus and Armadillo, you guys kind of walk up and you're like, this is a weird symbol. What the heck is this? It's a symbol that's of oblong shapes. It's primarily lines, except for one kind of arcing pattern in the center of it. Malharas, you know this as a very, very old symbol. Something that is kind of akin to when you first started remembering things. Kitsu, you know this symbol as a symbol of the Excisors. of the Malaturaj.
Okay.
This is a symbol that they give each other to let people, other members know that there are members in wherever they are.
Oh. Like in the shadow section.
In the shadow section or in the Platinum City, this raven is telling you that there are others.
Okay.
Can I ask it where?
You want to talk to it?
Sure, shall I talk right?
What do you want to say?
She's,
Don't you have there's
Speak
you've
with
casted
animals?
you've casted a spell that allows you to know all the languages because you've talked
Oh,
to
yeah,
Buford.
'cause I've
Comprehend
talked-
languages. When you make cat, you have to make the other animals, and once you have a language,
comprehend language. There it is, right there. I comprehend language,
Okay.
and I ask it where or who is here and where would I find them. Do they have information? Do you know anything?
As
What do
you
you
ask
know?
the bird, to everyone else, the bird just makes calling sounds. To you, you hear, servant of Saris Miante.
Say that again.
Servant of Saris Miante.
Servant of Saris Viante.
Miante.
Miante.
Works at the bank.
I
The-
understand
she
that.
goes,
I heard
"The
nothing
bank?"
about.
She's a very interesting. The bank?
Central quarter. Third building from the shadow. Top floor.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Ah! And then flies over.
Very interesting.
Hey, are you going crazy?
She said, no. But that was very interesting.
You
We need to
hear
go to the
from
bank.
you hear from behind you. I don't like this place anymore. From Dolford.
He talked?
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
you
he does.
understand
He
now.
does.
Comprehend language.
Oh, John. I'm sorry. You just casted it! I was so focused on the bird. Oh, stupid dog. Like, oh, it's okay. Let's just go. She said it's okay.
Where are we going?
To
To the library.
She goes, we're going to go to the library now.
What's
Do you
a
need a treat?
library?
Do you need a treat?
Don't offer
I like
treats. We
treats.
don't have treats.
You don't treat.
Wicked kids.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta have
You
something.
can't even say the word.
Treat.
Treat?
Now I have to
All
make
the
one.
other dogs go, treat.
Does anybody have create food?
You see all the dogs kind of line up.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Look what you've done now.
You see.
Oh, we can
I
understand
make
Buford.
one.
She goes. She says, "What was your job for this guy? How did you work for this guy?"
You hear the Doberman go. Should I tell some Buford?
Oh my the dogs
Even the
are
dogs have.
German.
Even the dogs have
Should I
the
tell some
accents.
Buford? Oh no, please let me tell it. It's so good.
Let's leave.
Let's go.
Well, we can't leave. We have to stay here with the master.
You stay here.
Buford's coming back.
We're gonna go.
Buford's not staying. I thought
No.
you came back.
No, Buford's our dog now.
Buford's
You
your.
belong to that guy. You belong to that guy. We take Buford.
All right.
He's the ride for our cat.
All right. So you are a cat. You are now a cat valet. Yes, cat valet.
We just walk.
She looks at you and she goes, "You need to make Buford a really big treat."
I don't like this place anymore.
He doesn't like this place
sweet
anymore.
boy.
Me neither. Let's go to the library.
All right. So everyone exits the building.
The dogs.
I'm already outside.
You're already
yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
When you go outside, you're kind of like, oh, I just need to go out and get some air, and you immediately met with the visage of the blooded vine.
Yeah. So
The visage.
The building, the
I
visage
pull out-
of the building.
I pull out my small globe and then just sit there and focus in on that, and it kind of glows blue, and I wait for everybody else, and I just sit there and stare at it for a while.
You
As
alright?
as you continue to focus on it, your mind keeps kind of wavering, and you see it almost turn purple for a brief second before heading back to that kind of cool blue, as it reminds you of the blue moon in the sky.
You alright?
I'm just reminding myself of my humanity. I feel I have been agitated far more than I should be. Let us go to the library before I find another mortal enemy.
We need to find it.
Seems to make a lot of those.
I do. Small one. And off we go. We head
right.
to the library.
Off to the library.
With our library card goer in the front, waving it wildly in the air.
It could be like the ticket to the.
Yeah,
To the,
yeah. Willy Wonka.
She may not want to wave it.
Everybody know.
You know, last time
You
I
don't
heard
listen, man. You wave it.
I hid this golden ticket inside this
So
boy.
heading over to the library of the Unburdened Mind, you see the sign with the open book and the silhouette of a person on the front of it. You see a well-groomed door with kind of those book nook kind of side windows on the side of it. Entering into the front, you're immediately met with 2 long desks covered in books, and you see a lot of people in suits kind of wandering around. But you hear a shambling. Just kind of wandering about.
I fear I'm going to want to kill somebody again.
This is really
It will
contagious.
all be alright.
This is a bad day for me.
It will all be alright.
Go to your happy place.
You see,
My mom says there's always a happy place.
you
Yes,
see
it's
2
in my pocket.
counters, the 2 counters covered in books that lead kind of further in. You see a single desk at the end with a light, and you see a shape looking at books with it
A shape?
at the desk.
Oh, I could comprehend languages, so if the books are all in weird languages, I know them.
As long as it's an
You should go up
understood
and talk
language.
to me about the library card.
No.
You see
wouldn't.
the shape close the book it's reading before jamming it into its own head
Gross.
and it disappearing.
Okay, so it says it
That's
has
one way
be
to
in
absorb
any written
knowledge.
language.
And then it opens its chest and reaches in and pulls out a different book and opens that one.
Well, I hope we don't have to return the book before we get to check out a new one.
I think we do.
Oh. We gotta go steal some evidence.
Does it say what book it's checked out on the
You
card?
guys could always go up and ask.
Okay, so
I push forward.
You guys just kind of walked in and went like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I push him forward. Go ask about the library card, my friend.
I stole this card from a dead body. What did he have, really?
Wasn't it 2 guys talking to each other?
there's a couple of people around. They seem to be wearing more of a day suit. Then there's a shambling sound that comes from almost everywhere.
You know, I just love
Yeah,
shambling.
like the library card.
The library card?
Yeah.
What are you asking about the library card?
Well, didn't I get those from 2 guys that were talking?
get the
You
dead
took it from a dead body. One of the dead
I
clerics.
pickpocketed a dead guy?
Yeah, you
Yes,
did.
you
Yeah,
did.
dead guy.
Okay.
Yes, you
You have
did!
the priest.
He was
call
last
that-
major action.
We call that looting the dead. We were a little
It is
surprised
normally a
that you did.
crime.
But instead you decided to do it.
Scavenge
You
them
said
for
to just
parts.
turn a guy into a vial.
I need
No,
to
that was-
scavenge
We're
them.
not
That was
exactly,
cool.
That was a dark.
I'm not exactly sure what side we're on at this
We had a
point.
police officer help us with that.
Yes,
so I'm
actually.
assuming that was cool.
I'm not sure. I like
Yeah. Very gray area right now.
All right.
Say.
It's
What
the
do we
Shadow
do?
Fell. Everything's gray.
Everyone.
Okay,
I-
he has to find out
Alright,
what
go.
book was checked out.
So I go up to the person who's standing there. I'm like, hey, I found this lying on the ground. Do you know whose this is?
As you walk up and look
Fair.
into the face, you immediately realize what this is, and then are deeply terrified in what you're looking at.
What?
As you look up, the hemp sack kind of pulls up, and the sewn-on eyes kind of look at you as the face and visage of the scarecrow
Oh,
sits in front of you.
Oh, nice.
What was your question? Like, what did you ask it?
I said, do you know who this belongs to?
Not the right
He
question.
became
As
an
he-
honest citizen all of a sudden.
He stole it off a dead body
All
and then
this-
became honest.
You see him reach up into the stone mouth and pull out a scroll, and he throws the scroll down as it kind of like cheep, cheep,
Oh, I love
and
this.
rolls out in front of you. And you see it's blank as it says, "Return the card," like written on the scroll. And he extends his hand.
Don't do it.
And you asked him, like, what were you asking him?
Who does this belong to?
As he reaches it out, his
Oh,
hand, he's
maybe, I
like,
don't know.
"Return the card."
Nah, give it to him.
So now
It's written in an accent.
It has the name on it.
Then
It
why
has
did
the
you ask
name on
whose
it.
was it?
Good point. Okay.
His hand.
What book?
Okay, and I give it to him.
Pickpocket it back from him.
Takes it back.
I pickpocket it back from him.
On the scroll it says, "This is the card of Clarist Desmond Allcraft."
Is it Claire?
What?
Oh, didn't we? Weren't we looking for Desmond?
No, Dos Equis or something.
Deus!
Deus!
Always looking for some Dos Equis
Always.
when I'm murdering and pillaging after a long day.
Deus!
I like to sit down.
Always looking for Dos Equis.
I don't always drink, but when I do.
Oh no.
We only got
swear
trace
we were looking
Equis.
for someone named Desmond.
I think we were looking for the book that Desmond protected.
Okay. This is why
I don't
you have-
remember
this
looking
is
for
why
a man
you
named
have a
Wasn't
note
Desmond's
pick.
name like just said other than from the
Desmond
Scarecrow,
Arkwright.
obviously?
Yeah, this is the guy who owns
So what
this
questions
card.
can you ask
I was-
to help him get
I was gonna
his clothes?
ask.
Where is he at? Or,
I swear.
No,
it was
what
just
book
said.
did he check out?
The scroll says, as the scroll that's currently hanging out of the Scarecrow's mouth as he holds the card, Desmond Artcraft had a
I swear we've heard that.
had a tendency to look into books and tomes of infernal
Huh?
of
That
infernal
works.
natures.
It was
He
Desmond.
does currently have a book out.
They rented a
he's not going
summoning
to be returning
scroll
that book.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be returning it. So the Scarecrow has
No,
a German
just ask.
accent.
from the library.
Oh yes.
Wait, there's
Which book?
Well, that you assume from the writing and the fact that everyone you've met in this section has
Oh.
a German accent.
That's
I think he's saying that.
Which book
Never mind.
was it? Which book was it?
yeah. Which book was it?
The one that blows up churches and summons
As
someone
the
bad.
scarecrow kind of sits there for a second, it feeds the card into its own mouth
Gross.
before reaching
Like a
into
debit
its
card.
body again
Oh, he's going
and
to produce a book.
pulling out like what looks to be an encyclopedia and opens
this-
it. You see written on the scroll, Desmond Artcraft currently has out the Tome of Infernal, as he kind of looks at it.
Bullshittery.
Desmond Artcraft has currently rented out the Book of Infernal Tomes.
I could have
I
guessed
think
that.
you said a naughty word then.
No. I used E at the end of it, so it wasn't dirty.
Okay. Hey guys, come check this out.
You
Look
see
what
on-
I
you
have
see
to
on the
Look what I
scroll-
found.
You see on the scroll, do you wish to apply for a wonderful library?
Yes. If anybody asks you if you want to apply, you say yes.
Can she ask the scary monster a
One
question
moment, I am speaking with a customer.
regarding the same?
Yeah. You're up, Ben. Go.
Like-
One moment, I am speaking with a customer.
It's all on you.
No, thank you, but I'm sure my friend would.
Who do you gesture to?
Him.
Me?
Yes.
Why are you dressing? I'm in the back.
You're the one who's selling
He's
you.
not
You
there.
keep selling his soul to things.
And she's right next to you. He's not there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not even there?
No, I'm in the back.
He's in
Oh.
the back.
He's hoping
You.
not to have.
I'm
to kill
staring at
someone.
my
So you gesture
Oh
to
yeah,
Kitsu.
that's right.
my
That's
ball.
As you gesture to Kitsu, the scarecrow turns its head towards you, kind of like shuffling off to the side. And do you wish to join our lovely library?
Ask if
As
they
he
have a
reaches
copy.
in, begins
Do
to
you have a
reach into his
copy?
ribcage and kind of root around.
Oh,
Ooh,
do you have another copy of the Tome of Infernal?
whatever.
The Book of Infernal Tomes was a unique book.
Do you have a
One of a kind.
summary
Well, it's gone.
of that book? I'm looking for a book.
There is no summary.
What if it was burned up in a fire? Ask about
Saved by
What if the book
jazz.
was damaged beyond?
A heavy fine would be.
Oh, it's a good thing he died. That was.
We would be forced to send a cipher knight to retrieve it.
Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, nice. Let's
Oh,
do
what?
it.
What
Are
is
you
part of the
telling me
membership?
that the book was
Oh, what?
damaged?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it was destroyed beyond measure.
The
I think it was used in a crime.
The scarecrow reaches into its body and pulls out a letter,
She said, I
and
think it was.
takes off a pen, and begins to write.
She goes, I believe it was destroyed
Lord.
beyond measure in the Church of Venger and used to bring forth a creature from.
Was its binding intact?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's all the pages
internal-
that were.
The pages
burned
were
up.
It
burned
folds
up.
up this piece of paper and puts it into an envelope,
It's gonna bring it. But...
and it takes off its eye and
It's a
seals
warrant.
it with hot wax
Not for me.
before returning it.
Desmond's already dead, so.
And then he
It don't
holds
matter.
out the letter, and it floats away.
Is it a paper bird?
Is that the cipher knight?
The cipher knights will be dispatched.
I think Desmond is already dead.
We are retrieving the book
From the police?
from the ashes.
Oh, can you reassemble the book then?
A cipher knight will take upon the quest.
To
Excellent.
reassemble the book.
How long does that take?
How long does that often take?
It depends on the rarity of the tome.
You just said the tome was very rare.
How long
Exactly.
would that take?
So, are we talking weeks, months? I'm very
Decipher
interested in
Knight will
checking
know
out this
better.
book, and you were
The
you
Cyber
were
Knight will know better.
very irresponsible blending it out to Desmond, who then blew up.
Do you often rent to people who blow up?
Specifically that
what,
book.
What is the cost of joining this library? I'm a little
the
concerned.
joining the library is free to access more of the higher functions. It does require a bit more of a donation in order to keep our walls.
Are we talking a financial donation?
Yes.
Are we
Soul
talking a
donation.
spiritual donation?
You can apply to become a cipher knight.
Oh!
I
You
don't
gain
know.
full access to the library
Yes.
in all of its entirety.
But then his soul belongs to you.
But then,
But
Exactly.
like, that's a cool sounding subclass though.
Cipher Knight.
Because I'm already
pen
part of
is
a,
mightier
I'm
than
already
the
part of
sword.
another, so
A
I
book
don't think
warlock.
I don't think I really need to.
Book paladin.
Book, wow, that's even cooler.
Don't exactly need
That's
membership
pretty
to
It's,
library.
cool.
it's actually a subclass. I've actually did
That's pretty cool.
I don't think I need to become a member of the library today, but I may be back.
Should you wish to check out any other tomes, you will require a library card.
Can I take Desmond's?
It is currently in storage.
His stomach.
We could look at the book after it's put back together. and
But we
see
don't know
if-
how long it's gonna take.
I don't
Ask
know.
where the cipher
You
knights
just
are.
sent the
Is-
whatever off to the.
Can we see the Cipher Knight?
Would you like to speak to the cipher knight?
Yes. That would be
What
delightful.
may I say this is referring to?
To
The book that was
police.
destroyed.
the Tome
So
of
get-
Infernal, whatever that was.
Show
And
him the
the-
documentation about the police.
Okay, see, I'm part of the police. We're getting this
Oh, you're part of the Fey
investigation.
Yes.
We're getting the investigation with the Venger and the destructive magic. We think Desmond was part of it. And you just told us
It's
a
just a
rare,
rumor, really.
rare object.
You see him once again write on a letter and put it out, and it goes away. The cipher knights will be right with you.
I'm a little worried.
How long will that take?
Right with me? Like how long? I have
5
a.
minutes. It takes a while for them to
I
get
have
down
an
from the
appointment that
from
I
the
must get.
from the bellows.
I may
Oh
need
my.
to use the restroom.
All right, we have a fully functioning bathroom. Yes.
Do we want to take a quick break?
Yeah, we can if we want to take a quick break here while we will be waiting for the Cipher Knights. Do you have a question before we take a break?
Is there like letter sections of the books in the library? Like
letter sections?
Like sections.
Like A, B, C,
Yeah.
D. Well, you could always ask the Scarecrow. It seems as though he's the librarian.
Okay.
If he only had a brain.
He does have a brain. It's
Yeah, I
just
think he
not
does.
conventional.
Okay, so.
Okay, so we'll pull together all of this information when we come back from break. All right.
Sounds good. Alright, see you soon.
All right, see you soon, everybody. All right, everyone. Now that we're listening.
We need another break.
Break, take 2.
All right, so we'll head back in as our lovely adventure.
Oh, it did not just record me doing that.
Yes.
As our lovely adventurers, we're inside of the book. We're inside of the library of the Unburdened Mind, waiting for what is known as a Cipher Knight, a person, an agent of this library who is sent to retrieve and rebuild ancient tomes that are said to have been lost. As you guys are sitting waiting for the Cipher Knight to arrive, given directions by the Scarecrow librarian, as he begins again to root around in his body to find another book to occupy his time and return the others into his spacious ribcage.
Do you have any books that would summon infernal beings?
The scroll that's kind of hanging out of his mouth scrawls on it again. Yes, but they can only be checked out by members.
I get that. Thank you.
Buy the library card.
To this point, I'm going to come up to you guys. So, where are we at this point?
We're waiting for Cipher Knight because that might be interesting.
Can they only tell us if we have a card? That might be a problem.
Is your hatred gone?
I do feel better, yes.
Do you
Thank
feel I need to get a card?
Not necessarily.
I don't want to.
Walking
I have
up
a feeling it's
in
gonna
a day coat.
cost me something I don't
In
want.
kind of a tweed jacket.
You said it's a monetary dollar.
In kind of a tweed jacket with metal highlights of a brass kind of style. This man walks up. He is clean shaven, his hair is well kept, with slightly graying around the edges. He walks up and goes, I was told that we had customers seeking a Cipher Knight.
Are you a Cipher Knight?
Sir Lawrence.
What part of this? Sir.
He's
No, I'm the Sir Lawrence of the Cipher Knights.
Sir Lawrence.
On it, he has like this kind of tweed jacket on, and kind of like a day coat, and you see a large book on his hip.
She says, well, we know of a book that will evidently one of your group will be gathering soon. That was, the pages were destroyed.
The pages, oh no.
So I'm looking. We
He
are
has
looking
disadvantage on his next
We're looking for information about what was contained in this book.
Oh yes, I'm sure we can help you in this endeavor.
It's
What was
the
the book?
Tomb of the Infernals.
As he kind of looks to the
Or
librarian,
Tome of
the
Infernals.
librarian holds up the scroll that was his mouth, and he goes, "Oh, the Book of Infernal Tomes."
Oh yes.
Yes. That's less of a book. It's more of a glossary.
Like a book of words, like a dictionary.
That is all a book.
Well, it's
Well, no, like word meanings.
it's
What do you mean
glossary.
to me?
It's a glossary.
No, it's like detail.
The way it's more of an inventory.
What can be an inventory of? If you say infernals, I'm probably gonna hit you.
No, it's an inventory of the Infernal Library. It displays books that are held within the Infernal Libraries.
Oh.
So these are, excuse my ignorance, if you will. These are libraries that are in the infernal.
No, not libraries. Books within the library of the Infernal
And
Lords.
that's like with the infernal lords.
Yes.
Where are the infernal
So why
lords?
would someone? Why would
The
Nine
someone?
hells.
So they're not nearby.
Why would someone use this book?
Typically, these books are used in order when you're trying to find something.
Or like summon something?
Well, unless you wanted to summon the librarian.
Ooh!
They could have been really irritated.
A rogue librarian is running around the Platinum City.
So could they use this book in order to identify an infernal being and then summon it?
It's not a book of beings, it's a book of books.
So it's the best book?
Descriptive.
It's a book of books that are held within the Infernal Library.
So it's
So
the best
why
book
would
in
they?
the infernal library.
So in your best knowledge, why would someone use this?
Someone would typically have this book or check it out in order to find a book within the Infernal Library so that they can then barter with the Infernal Lords so that they may access the book.
They would
This
barter
is
the book.
very complicated.
It's a
Yes.
book of words.
Magic typically is.
So, just as a player,
Mhm.
the Platinum City binds to the Fey Prime Material plane and the Shadowfell.
Yes. And it was constructed by the divine deities and the infernal deities.
There's no point of entry to the Nine Hells or the Celestia.
As far as you know, no.
I think I've been sending people through that portal though.
The portal to the final boss.
Yes.
So this book is a glossary. It has a list of books. So Desmond gets this book and then goes to Venger's church.
He was a fiendish lord.
He goes to Venger's
He was
church.
he was a demon prince, yeah.
So he goes to Venger's church with this book. And the internal pages of this book are destroyed. So
Which
what would
temple was it that they were in?
It was Venger's temple.
Who is a demon prince.
Yes.
So he was bartering for a book. He got the book knowing that it was with the hells, and then he used the book and destroyed everything.
Cypher Knight.
Yes, Sir Lawrence.
Sir Lawrence.
Cool.
Does he have a name tag?
Cool.
We probably need to. We may need
Do you know much about the Infernal Lords?
Not off the top of my head. I'd probably could find you a book.
Damn.
I'm more of a student of language.
Of language.
We do have various Cypher Knights who do look into certain aspects of other things. We do have a Cypher Knight dedicated to the Infernal Hells, the Cypher Knight of Flame.
Let me check my own memory first. Can I roll history or religion to
What are
see
you trying to check?
what circle Venger was?
Oh yeah, you can roll me a history check.
So we enter my mind palace. In just a moment, I've lost the key.
Meanwhile,
I'm gonna insert the floppy disk.
as
Natural 20!
okay,
Awesome.
Remember exactly what level of hell Venger's in. Could have possibly.
You
used
know
this
the
to-
address.
According to my calculation.
Perfect.
Venger is a strange character. He kind of tended to move. That a lot of people worshipped him because he had this ability to
the one
define
waiting one.
his own land. He would regularly move his castle and regularly change his domains according to whim. And very few of the other demon princes could stop him.
Okay.
So you're not exactly sure
Right.
where his castle resided because it moved.
I have an idea why they would want to do this. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
at this point, looking down into the stone floor of this building, soulless. You see, looking into the stone floor, the various books kind of littering around. You see in the imperfections of the stone something move. You see in the cracks and the molds, you see the visage of your grandfather looking at you in the stone. Solus, remember, books contain knowledge. Stone contains memory. Remember and know. And you're the only one who hears this. As the visage of your grandfather fades back into the stone. What does that mean to you? His backstory.
Just a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Since the tree was made out of the platinum, are the books made of platinum too?
You can check.
Okay, I'm gonna check then.
Okay. You pick up a book. It's made out of paper and leather.
Okay. That wasn't very hard.
Awesome.
Okay, so
As you kind of pick up books, the scarecrow librarian leans over, and the scroll moves over and says, "Would you like to check out a book?"
He's calling on you to buy a card.
no, thank you. I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking.
Browsing.
I'm
Members,
just browsing.
members can check out books.
How many books can a member check out?
1.
It's kind of a lame library.
How libraries work.
Well, you know, at home I could pick 5.
It's like a
5 with the library card.
It's like a school
Well, it's not
library.
exactly like that. We don't specialize. We don't have like normal books. It's not like you go pick up Judy B. Jones. We don't have.
This is
those
magical.
books here.
You don't have the Aragon series?
No, we don't have those books here. This is a magical library.
Libraries.
Of the
suck.
unfettered mind.
No, unburdened.
Oh,
Unburdened.
fettered, burdened.
No, fetter and burden are 2 different words.
But they're both found in books.
Like he is.
Continue.
Question mark?
He is
Okay,
my soul right now. A
So
burden.
I look around
I think we
to
should-
find or trying to look for a shadow-related book.
Shadow related?
Mhm.
Okay. You could always ask the librarian.
Good
Yeah.
point. Good point. Okay. Instead of doing that, I look around for 1 second. I'm like, this seems way too hard.
There's a lot of books.
And
It's
then I go back.
multiple levels of books.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, there's like 3 floors of books.
Oh,
A lot
okay.
of books.
So I go over to the librarian and
There's
say,
the librarian and there's the cipher knight that you have over here.
I go over to the librarian and I say,
The scarecrow.
yeah, the scarecrow, and I say, by chance you have any books relating to shadow creatures?
The scroll tapes up to its mouth, and it stands and gestures for you to follow it.
Okay, so
So as it shambles off into bookshelves, you follow it. Does anyone go with him?
I'll
I'll
with
go
you.
with.
So, okay, so you
We're
two
good.
go-
We're together. We're together.
I'm gonna
We're going.
split the
We're a
party.
team.
So you two are staying
In
with the
the
cipher
same
knight. They're
place.
going with the books.
Yes, because I have other questions, but definitely go with them first.
So, you guys all head off into the bookshelves, and just following the scarecrow, you see as you guys are walking down the aisles, you see more scarecrows as they grab books and shove it in their mouth, and then take out another book and put it back. And just
So they work in shifts.
And as you kind of are going down, it takes you up to a set of stairs, and it gestures to an aisle, specifically to like a set of shelves,
Yeah.
indicating that these are the books of shadow beasts.
Great. I go over there and look at some of the books.
You see that all of these are kind of similar. They all are like a leather binding kind of. They seem to be more of like wayfinders' guides to monsters. Like, one time I saw a shadow beast. It haunted my nightmares. You see one that's called the Shadow Swan. You see you see a book on what creatures known as the Sorrow Sworn. Yeah, what are you looking for?
Okay, well, this is battle tactics.
Mm-hmm. You're looking for how to kill them. Roll me an investigation check.
15.
You find the book of somebody named Tobias. You find this book in the name of Tobias Silverblood. He, in the kind of introduction, describes himself as a monster hunter and collector of rare pelts.
Would shadow monsters even have pelts?
You don't know. Tobias?
Okay, I'll just continue reading them.
As you kind of read into this, you can check out the book, but it's going to take you a while to read this book.
Okay. Is there a table of contents, or is it just like a diary?
It's less of a table of contents. It's more of like a collection of stories of
It's a
how he
glossary.
killed it.
Oh.
It's a collection of how it's basically
It's a book of words.
these are the beasts I fought and how I killed them.
Okay.
One might say.
Is it like chapters, which each individual chapter is?
They're all
killed?
titled.
Okay.
The Man and the Shadow. Then there's the beast that lurks in the dark. You find a chapter that says Stone Remembers.
Oh, there you go. That's the one.
Okay, I flipped to that exact page.
You flip to that exact page. And as you are reading this story, it's the story of how Tobias went into a set of mountains and met a creature that he didn't know how to kill. And it was the last of its kind. And he didn't know how to kill this thing, but it had been murdering villages and travelers, and he didn't know how to kill it. And then, injured and unable to wrap his mind around it, he leaned upon a stone, and it spoke to him, and it told him how to kill the beast.
You might be able to do this whole thing. Remember. Very Lion King-ish. Remember.
Okay. He leaned on stone.
He doesn't go into a lot of detail on how this worked, but he said the stone spoke to him, and that the stone told him that these things had been killed before, and it remembered how.
Oh.
That's very useful.
What? I don't think there's stone around me because it's all platinum
It's all
and book
small.
sells.
Oh, yeah.
You could ask if there's any books on the stone.
I'd like to find a stone.
Wouldn't it be like a thing if I just had a random like
Stone?
stone in my pocket, like random like nuggets?
You
of
do have
stone?
your dagger. It's made out of stone.
Oh,
That's
that's
true.
true.
That's right.
That's actually true.
That's right.
I go to my trusty dagger. What must you say? What is your?
Is there danger? I
As
pull
you
out my
kind of
dagger.
look at it, it was chipped off of one of your
The old block.
family's weapons.
Very small block.
It's a shard of a larger weapon that
Pebble,
you
really.
remade to
Dark.
be this.
The dark crystal.
Oh.
It was like your adoptive father had a sword, and whatever killed him broke his sword, and this is a piece of it.
Oh wow. Okay. Does it say anything to me?
Not at the moment.
Okay. It might be like
It
either
may-
he was going insane. I don't think it's true though, because how to give him information about how to kill it.
It did actually. He goes into the story that he actually did kill the beast. Obviously, he killed it because he had to get back and write about it.
That's
Right.
true. And maybe it was like a.
We're gonna cut from there. We're gonna go back to you guys.
Awesome.
What other questions did you have for the cipher night? As you realize, as your friends go off, he's like, "Oh, seems your friends require our tomes."
Was there any linguistical things that we were looking at? Because if not, I'm gonna want to trade out a night for a different speciality.
I think we should trade out this guy for the fire knight. Because he'll know the infernals. Sir Lawrence, who's
Yes?
in charge of the infernals?
Sapirus.
Is he here? Is he available? We'd like to speak with him.
Let me take you to our councils.
I'm also, while we're looking for specific members of your order, I'm also looking to know information about lesser known entities throughout the realms.
Like what classifications?
There was a criminal that we are looking for, who is very powerful, yet whose name is unknown to us. And
Oh, you're looking for a name specialist.
Yes.
So that would be
Names and information.
That would be Sir Logos.
Yes. While we were getting information on Infernals, if we can also talk to him as well.
Yes.
Oh.
Awesome.
We will speak. I believe Sapirus and Sir Logos are within the council bellows.
Good.
Let me take you up. And he takes you guys back into the aisles. And actually takes you almost to this dumbwaiter looking thing. Except it's much larger. It looks kind of like an elevator.
Oh, I hate those things.
And he steps in, gestures for you to follow him.
Okay. Step in.
And he closes a little like middle gate and it goes up. He says, if I may ask, what does the names have to do with the investigation?
Well,
We Cipher Knights are masters of ancient and primordial tomes that people have set down knowledge within, and my book here, as he gestures to the book on his hip, he goes, This is the Book of Tongues. And as you can see, he opens it, and it's in a language you don't understand.
Oh, but I could touch it.
What?
And then I could understand it.
I don't think he'll.
You can try.
I don't think he'll.
She looks at it.
It is in a language that you cannot read.
I think it's magically protected.
If it were simple, we all would know. It has taken me 40 years of my life to understand the first 3 pages.
Wow.
Not a good return on
That's
investment.
a slow reading.
And as he goes through and he begins to talk to you guys again, you hear him switch between many different languages.
Oh no, he's just showing off.
You actually understand that he switches through 40 different languages.
That's very
Oh, wow.
But
Me
this
too.
has
No,
quite
no.
given me a expertise in
Yes,
language.
Hmm.
And you guys arrive. He goes, so if I may ask, what level of names, what names would prefer to, what is the word?
It's very intense for a library.
Very
It was
intense
different
for a
before.
library.
Oh, the thing shut off again.
It's not your normal library.
It's a very
It's a
intense library.
It's a magic library. It doesn't have normal books. Only
As he
magic.
opens the gate, you guys enter into this small room. Well, not small, but it's a small center room that goes up into like desks. It's almost looks like a council chamber.
Oh.
And you see a bunch of people poring over books. Their bodies slate gray as they look at these books. Then he walks into the center. Sir Pyrrhus, Sir Logos, you are required. You see two of the statues. And the slate gray falls away as it burns from their head. As it crests over their nose and mouth, they go.
This no longer sounds like a cool subclass.
Yep.
It's got its perks.
As you realize that, as you look at one of the Cipher Knights who wakes up, there it is a woman with bright red hair, and you see a helmet decorated in wreaths of flame sitting on the desk in front of her. And you look at the other knight that wakes up. You see a man dressed in robes with various runes carved into it. And you see his helmet is in front of him as well. And it's a very plain helmet. And as they both stand, they grab the book off the table, put it onto their hip, and walk down.
You're gonna attack
And these two knights stand before you.
Which problem do we want to get through first?
Sir Pyrrhus, as a letter comes up. Oh, she opens it. I'm required.
Are you going to the temple? Avenger.
No, I'm to retrieve a book.
From the Temple Avenger.
No, I'm to retrieve
From the police.
I'm to retrieve its binding, and then I will endeavor to remake it.
Very interesting. The whole inside of that book is destroyed.
I have been told.
How long do you think it would take to repair it?
Depends on how it was destroyed.
By fire.
That is typically, but we do not know which kind. A wish spell may not be strong enough to return it. I may have to travel into the hells in order to get it from the unquenched flame.
Okay.
Well then.
I have a few questions about Venger.
Yes.
Would there be a reason he would wish to invade the prime material realm?
Oh, quite a few.
Ooh.
Being a demon prince, he does have his wishes to conquer and enslave.
Would there be a reason he would...
Why don't you do it now?
Would there be a reason why he would, desire for the Book of Infernal Tomes to be destroyed as a catalyst for him to be brought
Typically,
here now?
so if the Book of Infernal Tomes was used as a catalyst for entry, it's typically not this side. It's going to the library that the book would typically be used as a gateway to. Because you'd be talking to the librarian, and the librarian would then grant you access. Going backwards would be tremendously difficult.
Do you know what happened to the Church of Venger?
I just woke up.
Oh, okay. So the Church of Venger was blown up from
Oh.
the inside, and
You believe Venger entered the Platinum City?
I do.
That
the
is
help
not
of-
possible.
With the help of this tome.
Oh, I'm not there.
That is not possible.
How is it not possible?
Because the Infernals and Divines designed the Platinum City to protect from each other. The Divines cannot enter the Platinum City, neither can the Infernals. The radiant shielding that protects the Platinum City, that is kept within its walls and within the Palace of the Silver Princess, does destroy all infernal beings within an instant.
Could
And
they?
the arcane metal that the Platinum City is made out of does attack divine power.
Could they use this book to gain access to a power to allow one of the Infernals to come through?
Unfortunately, no. The powers are embedded within the Platinum City themselves. No such power we know can go beyond it.
let me describe to you the situation, and maybe you can perhaps shed some light on maybe what you believe may have happened.
I can give you my insights.
Yes. And either one of you, if you have something to say as well.
Oh yes.
So,
Topo.
the situation is, at night, the Church of Venger was destroyed
Mm-hmm.
by destruction magic,
Uh-huh.
of which is very weak at the moment.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's not good.
Yes. However, this book, it was a major factor of whatever happened.
Uh-huh.
All of its contents were destroyed, and everyone inside the church was killed.
Uh-huh.
And something was summoned, and is now wandering the streets of.
Oh, do we have a classification?
No.
They don't know what it is. No one can figure it out.
All
one
we
can
know
figure
is it is
Go.
somewhere and has intense command over destruction.
Well, that could be any number of demons.
So
But you just said demons couldn't come through.
That is true. They would burn immediately.
So when we
not.
say
We're not.
infernals, do we purely mean the demon princes, or could something from the abyss have come?
No, it's the radiant shielding does protect from all manner of otherworldly beings. It is.
If something is burned, such as whatever the binding that keeps celestials and infernals and all of that out, is that destruction magic?
No. Well, technically, I guess would be under the same laws
Because
of
that is weakened.
destruction magic. It does. That could be possible.
So if the protection was weakened,
Perhaps.
then something could come through if it was invited.
If the gateway was opened by someone strong enough.
Could someone use the tome of the infernal tomes to find
A powerful
a
gate
powerful
spell.
gate spell?
You would require power beyond the level of a mortal man.
Okay.
You
So
would
more like
require
a
power-
champion or a master. What are they called?
Undying cat.
The Shadow Master.
Shadow Marshal.
Shadow Marshal, or maybe a Marshal. Would they be of strength to do it, or would it take
Not-
someone of clerical nature?
It would take someone of deific nature.
So one of the gods.
Yes.
So, also, we're not able to communicate with any of the gods at all,
Oh,
or
that is a
any
problem.
patrons.
Oh, that is a problem. How are the clerics doing? How are
Not
the clerics
well.
doing?
Not well at all.
That's not good at all.
So, I have a secondary question.
Well, we're gonna cut from here for a second. And we're gonna go back over to you guys. Where you're reading the book of Tobias Silverblood, and you guys are with him. You have the librarian there.
I just have a general question.
Yes.
Feel.
If the Platinum City completely rejects anything that's celestial
Mhm.
and what was the other one?
Infernal.
Infernal. Would Glommer just burn up?
I don't know who Glommer is.
The one that I showed you the character sheet of? The one that I made?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You
I was just wondering.
immediately get here and then.
I'm
Aw.
special.
When you
What
stand
are we doing?
Chance. Okay.
Because you're
okay.
better.
I was just wondering.
Are you looking to buy that book?
No, I'm not. I'm just looking through the pages. I can't
Should
buy
we-
it anyways.
Should we join the others?
Yes. Put the book back.
The librarian is kind of standing there, swaying slightly.
You can take the book with you and check it out.
You haven't
Oh, we don't
dismissed
have.
it.
We don't. Wait, what?
You haven't dismissed the librarian.
The library.
Oh.
He just kind of sits there.
Oh. You can leave now if you want.
And
Thank
he
you.
shuffles off. Alright.
I'm not sure why we are here.
Well, I think our friends are getting some information. Maybe it will be helpful.
I haven't wanted to kill anybody yet.
Let's keep it that way.
That is helpful, as you hear from within the aisles. Sorry, couldn't help overhearing. And you see another person come out in a nice suit, a book on his hip, and a helmet on the other side. Sorry, couldn't help overhearing.
Ah, yes.
It'd be helpful not to kill anyone. It's very important. not to disturb the books.
Oh, very well. Thank you.
So Gregory, by the way.
Sir
What
Gregory.
is alive
Sir
and
Gregory.
what isn't?
Sir Gregory.
Sorry. Cypher Knight. Major
Ah.
books. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. As you were. Sorry.
Thank you.
What is alive and what isn't?
Usually dead things are not alive.
Let us go.
That is actually my specialty. So Gregory, Book of Gates.
Oh! Gates?
Such as the 5th level gate spell, or
More of
Gates,
the,
like
it's
how
less of
demons come through.
It's less of like a gate thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna open this gate and I will send it up. It's more of a, I can figure out that my tome is where the realms intercross.
Excellent.
It's a map.
Come with us.
It's a map.
this
Oh,
guy
I'm coming with you.
seems very
Yes.
important.
You are now part of our entourage.
Holy cow!
You are now.
This
our
guy's just
Andrew.
wandering around.
Well, he's in the library researching.
This guy seems very important.
You're
Not
now.
researching.
Wait,
We're
I
going to
don't
commandeer
know
you for a
about-
moment.
Why is no one
Yeah, we're
talking?
commandeering me.
Yes.
So do you know about the
Infernal?
realm
No.
gate?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have noticed that. My book told me.
Okay.
You need
Who's
to
the
get
guy
one
that
of
we
these
found
books.
that was
And no
a vampire?
insights or anything on.
As of right now, it
You
feels
have
as though
Dracula.
the realm gates are closed at the
Where do you have
source.
It's my
Not his
book,
like
Black
name.
Book.
What is his like title?
So
We
close
just talked
Like
about
the
the
from
shadow.
the
Whatever it is
Feywild
called.
and from the
Black
Shadow.
Book.
Whatever.
No, the
Book of
source.
The source.
The epicenter of realm
We could
gates.
use it.
The knot.
So you have eternal knowledge of them.
Gives me
Come with
more
us.
trips.
We have to go and talk to the rest of our players.
I'm like, because
Of all the
It's a
times for this
n-
pen to
It's a
stop working.
narrative thing.
Okay, so you guys are going
Okay.
off and taking Sir Gregory.
Yes.
Arcane knowledge.
We're taking Sir Gregory with us, and I say,
This is a
Ah,
formal
yes.
kidnapping.
the simple cat.
As you guys head off, you guys have eventually. We're gonna give you guys a second to get there. And what questions were we asking of Logos, Pyros, and Lawrence?
I have a question for Logos. I understand. your-
What can I do for you? Oh, my dear cat. Oh, yes.
There was recently an attack on the Fae
Oh, there was. Oh, that's
by a
rather
lone
unfortunate.
warrior who caused many within the Fae to come here in refuge.
Oh, that's not good.
Patchwork armor, and beneath the helmet was glowing red eyes.
Well, that
A
sounds like a
human-
dreadhelm.
Did the mushroom guy say anything about like any weaponry that he? Oh yeah, the drum shield.
Drum shield?
He bore a shield that
Yeah.
glared at that had a. I'm assuming a face of some kind.
Oh, yes.
Strong enough to fight a 9 lives stealer.
Oh, a 9 life steal. That's quite a powerful weapon. I believe Sir Damos has one of those. I personally am not one fond of such weapons. But, yeah, so that's a quite powerful weapon. Well,
We're
We're
looking
thinking
for a name.
for a name of this
of the
unknown warrior,
wielder.
Yes.
without more of his origin, it's hard for me to determine whether or not this person is, where the name would be kept.
We
My
will
book is a
need-
book of names and of places.
Well, we would know that they were in the Fae.
Well, they would be
Obviously,
in the
invaded.
Fae, but they are not.
He-
It does
we
not sound as though they
invaded
were
the Fae.
of the Fae.
So they would probably be infernal.
You believe they're infernal?
Yes.
As he opens up his book, the pages fly. I do have a list of infernal warriors. But as far as I can see, none of them have the accoutrement that you describe. Actually, it looks like quite a few of them are dead.
Something has invaded the 9 hells as well.
As he begins to look through. Quite a few people are dead.
It seems as though
a lot of people are dead.
Seems as though
That
there are multiple
is-
invasions.
As he looks to the other knights, we must call a full meeting. Summon the rest of the knights. We are needed. Why were we not woken sooner?
One more thing.
Yes?
You said places and names.
Yes, the names of places and people.
Where can I find the direct servants of the Eye of Chaos?
As you say the Eye of Chaos, he goes, the mortal lords of the Eye of Chaos reside within their throned halls. One resides within the Fae, one is in the material, one is in the infernals, 3 are in Pandemonium, one is in Sigil.
Is this what your book is telling you now? Or what you simply know?
I
for them
know
to
from
be?
reading this book.
Good.
The only one I believe we must talk to Gregory. He is the one who knows about the gates. I don't know of which ones could be reached at this point.
Remain active. Do not turn back to
Oh, we're not going to. We have a lot of work to do.
I will need you later.
This is when the doors burst open to the bellows, and you guys enter with Gregory.
Oh, good. The cat. And,
Gregory!
Oh, Sir Pyrrhus, Sir Logos. Oh, yes, Sir Gregory. We were just wondering. We are about to call a full meeting. Yes, we will require your insights into a current issue. This is quite substantial.
That's a good question, though. Why weren't they woke up? If they now have all this
Because no one can
vast
talk to
knowledge?
anyone.
No, but they can walk in the door just like we did.
But they have to be summoned.
But we just came in and asked about them.
We called for
We
them.
summon them.
We Cipher Knights
so we're
only
the
have a
only
certain
ones?
amount of time in which we can remain active. After we have poured into our books, we only have a certain amount of time that we are able to remain active. Calling a full meeting puts a great strain on our ranks.
The issue is we don't have the gods and devils can't summon them because no one of high enough power can actually.
But like Calliope could.
Oh,
And
maybe.
That's if she knows
those
about the Cipher
guys,
Knights.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if she knows anything.
And
And a priest of that temple knew about them enough to.
It
I mean,
seems
like-
not. It doesn't seem like this is public knowledge.
She's very curious indeed.
I found someone who is a special person on.
The knights are all
Gates.
chatting to each other.
If
Gregory
we
knows
have gate
gates.
questions, we should ask this person here who knows things about gates. We
Okay.
came in on a gate.
Yes. Okay. So Gregory,
And some
we-
gates
Could they
are
have
closed.
Gregory? Could they have
Yes.
opened a gate by using the infernal tomes?
certain powerful infernal tomes can't open gates.
I know of certain mortals who are able to sense opened and closed gates and where they have led.
Yes, that is a very useful skill. I myself have this ability.
You have this ability.
Yes.
We
I can
need
sense
you-
portal opens.
We need you to go to the shattered Temple of Avenger. Sense where this gate has been opened
if it is-
from.
Well, I was just telling your friends, the realm gates are closed. It would take immense amount of power in
There
order to
has
punch
been-
through. The gates aren't closed at the realms; they're closed at the source.
Well, this would have had immense
There has
power.
been something summoned to here,
That would take immense power.
but it has happened.
It is happening.
Enough to where they use destruction magic.
And no one else can use destruction magic.
It's not that we can't use it; it's just weakened.
No, like,
It's
No.
pure.
yes.
Well, this is where Sir Logos goes. Your cat mentioned the Aya.
Of chaos, yes.
Do we know of the others?
The other Aya.
Creation, wish, law, chaos, destruction.
Yes. Oh, not entirely where they are at the moment. I've lost track of them. I am the Eye of Destruction. And
There's a hushed silence.
That kind of drops into the field.
the Eye of Chaos has betrayed his brethren, which is why I asked for his servants.
Does everybody hear this, or just?
Oh yeah,
Oh
everyone.
yeah, everybody hears this. This is like public knowledge now. It says on the 9 o'clock
I
news.
mean, you all might as well know as we're
That
working
guy,
together.
the reporters downstairs writing everything down.
Oh my, yes!
The Gregory goes, well, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The Aya don't work like everyone else.
You don't say.
He's a cat.
They have power beyond that which we can wield.
Used to.
Used to. Certain objects of theirs can maintain this power. Either this person who came in was given enough juice to punch through, or whoever this is has found an object that contains a level of power that can punch through. As I don't know how much you know, but it was the Aya who invented magic.
She would know that.
No.
Nope.
This is brand new knowledge.
I would.
Just
The-
brand new knowledge.
The three chief Aya are the ones who
Raw mail.
invented magic, and the other two put it to use. Creation, wish, and destruction invented magic, and law and chaos put it to use.
That's cool.
Good job.
Frankly, this is quite disturbing. Knowing that you're here, I must speak to the Cartographer Bureau. They are are masters of this knowledge.
I thought you were on a limited time.
We are.
Don't go there.
We need to find diviners.
That would be
Diviners?
that would be at the magical school.
Oh,
Or you could also talk to the Diviner Bureau.
Destruction magic of this scale leaves behind
a trace.
a sort of radiation
Signature.
as it was in the temple. If an item was holding so much power, there was a high likelihood that we might be able to track where such a powerful item of unique magic in this current time where the planes have very little destruction magic, something of that much power might be able to be traced.
So we have a trail.
I sense a cover.
Perhaps.
I sense this being a much bigger situation.
You may
than we know.
want to speak to the Diviners Bureau at the College of Magic. You could also speak to the Curse Makers or the Dreamweavers.
The White Weavers?
Dreamweaver.
Dreamweavers of the Fae section. They allow you to see. They can allow you to relive dreams or see into positions of the worlds beyond.
I want to go there.
Curse makers are able to do the same thing, but it is more of a jab at others.
I understand jabbing.
I do too.
Pokey.
The Diviners
jab.
Bureau seems to be our best current.
I believe the one heading up the Diviners Bureau is Grimm's Walker.
Oh,
You
We know where he
you
is
were
at.
literally there.
Son of... Alright.
Grimm's Walker, master of divination magic.
and he
Yes,
doesn't
he
even
serves
accept
me.
Is it Grim's
He serves you.
Yes.
that. Not well.
Not well enough. My one servant I sent away looking for artificers. Okay,
As artificers?
Long
Focus
story.
on one issue. We will focus on the other.
We are well working
I
on
have
this
sent.
issue.
I have sent my mortal lord to take care of the artificers. Don't
We
worry.
sent a
about it.
mortal lord.
Don't worry. Focus
Never mind.
on the current issue.
There's a lot of issues right now, and mainly, we need to wake up.
You can tell the primary one. Now do your jobs. Now, where do we want to go?
So I need to go to the.
Joey, I'm gonna have you roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Third floor.
Seems like Grimswalker's our best bet.
Sounds like
Grimswalker.
Grimswalker.
It's not good because I want to
Lux
kill
take
him.
it
I
all.
do think the Dreamweaver.
Lux wants to kill him.
Oh my
Wants
gosh.
to kill people?
Another.
He wants to kill Grimswalker
Why?
Why?
because he's drinking a bunch of blood.
But he's not.
Germans.
No.
Grim
Perception?
Speaker.
Perception?
Oh, is that?
No, different person. Different person. Different
Oh.
Grimswalker's the cat.
Don't kill him!
The Grim Speaker is the
Holy
detective.
cow.
Yeah,
Someone's
the
just
detective.
rolled like a bunch of numbers.
All right, what'd you have? Go. What'd you roll?
8. 15. 9.
All right, roll the dice and add your
Holy
modifier.
cow!
I'm like, dude,
Oh my
what were you
goodness.
rolling?
He rolled 4 perception checks.
By the divines.
8.
I think he got it.
8.
I didn't get it.
I'm like,
As
You,
you
you got a coin. You got a coin.
Flip the coin.
Okay,
and
well,
flip the
never
coin,
mind.
Roll it again.
Oh, yeah.
not your
That's
coin.
definitely better. 21.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
hear
much better.
a
Much better.
scratching.
Ooh.
You hear as if you
Is
have
it just
stone
me?
on stone scratching.
Is it just me?
You're hearing it off to the side.
You're the stone guy.
No, like, is it just me that's hearing it?
Just you, as far as you know.
I was like,
You-
do you guys hear that?
Investigate.
Did we hear what?
Okay, I investigate it.
Okay. As you look over, you see a bookcase.
Oh. There's a lot of them here.
Put the candle back.
You see a bookcase of books that look like the books that these guys are carrying on their hip.
Oh.
Mm.
You can roll me an investigation check.
Yes, go for it.
Who puts that?
10.
10? You
Definitely
go over
a
to the
book.
books, and as you kind of do, everyone kind of is like, sir? Sir? As you kind of go over to the books, and you hear this scratching. And you're looking across all these books, and you're like, where is this sound coming from?
So,
The Cipher Knights kind of come up and like, sir? And kind of try to pull your attention away.
Yes.
You're just trying to find the sound.
Do you hear that?
Hear what, sir?
I could have sworn I'm hearing.
What does it sound like?
I'm hearing, like rock being rubbed against another rock.
As they all kind of look at each other. They-
Does that mean anything to you?
We as Cipher Knights are drawn to the knowledge of books. We are drawn to the knowledge. I myself, my book of names, I heard echoing names when I was in its presence.
Oh.
So is it possible then that he hears rock because he is a rock?
As they kind of look around,
He rocks.
they
In the
give you
modern
give you
sense.
the help action and allow you to
Yay.
re-roll with advantage.
Oh, let's go. Thank you guys.
I give you.
Thanks, guys.
I also give you guidance,
So you add a D4 to that.
and that so roll.
Okay. Oh.
And
Roll
then
a D4.
Some more.
Oh.
And then roll it. You can actually roll the D20 again.
Alright, because advantage.
can multiple people give guidance?
Yeah.
That is
I will also
not
give
even
guidance.
anything better.
So roll D4. Add it.
And then roll the
Roll
D4
another
again.
D4.
Through my special
Okay.
book.
14.
14, and then add another D4.
Oh, bad.
2D4.
I'm just gonna reroll that. 4.
4. So 14 plus 4. Do you have any
18.
pluses in
18.
investigation?
I have 1, which was already added.
Okay, so you got an 18.
18.
18. Yeah.
As as you guys are all kind of looking through these books, you find a book that is slate gray. And as you touch it, it's cold. You pull it out, and the entire book binding is made of stone.
Oh.
I think this book was made for me.
And as they
He's
kind
a
of
cyber knight.
and as they kind of look, this is the book of memory.
Stone
Oh.
remembers.
Is it like just a brick of stone, or is it like
As
actually a
you-
book?
It is a book. It's open. You can open it, and there's pages inside, and it's a language you cannot understand.
What language is it?
It's a language you cannot understand.
That's the name of the language.
Not
You can't
again!
understand it.
It's an ancient tome of
It isn't.
language.
They are ancient tomes set down by,
The ancient.
set down by the ones who built the world.
Oh.
My book of names holds the names of all things living, dead.
It says near here.
Does that mean that he gets to keep this book because it called out to him? Or do we need to
It
get
is
a
useless
library
to
card?
anyone but you. The book calls to its users. I will say this. These books are powerful artifacts, if studied. The Book of Memory is quite powerful. Should you wish to study it, it can grant you great knowledge.
Is it?
You don't need knowledge. Just go put it back.
Can we take it with us? Or does he have to stay here?
Or do I have to check it out?
I think he said he
I have to check it out with the library card.
It's your book.
He said it was useless to everybody else except for you, so
Oh.
sounds like it's your book.
Yeah.
The Cipher Knights are the ones who study these tomes.
So he can take the book with him.
So are you now a cipher knight?
Or does he have to stay here?
Are you
The
taking
book is
3
useless
levels in
to
Paladin or
anyone but
not?
Should you wish to join our ranks, you may do so. But the book is useless to anyone but you. It is yours.
Yes, do it.
So if I want the book, then I have to become.
You do not have to. We are devotees of our books. They become part of us. And we last as long as their pages are. But we have limited time with
Oh,
them.
that's one guy now. Toast.
That was not a Cipher Knight book. We don't allow others
That
to
was
check
just a-
out our books.
That was just a book of words.
It's just a book of words.
This book is powerful.
A book of silver.
It is yours. Should you wish to join our ranks, you will be able to study this book for eternity. But I would think of it. It is not a decision to be made lightly.
Oh my gosh. It's like the two shoulder angel.
There's Palpatine on the other side. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it!
Do it. I think that even though it would like grant me a lot of knowledge, and I do want that, but I think eternity is just a tad
It
bit
is
too
quite
long.
daunting to understand eternity.
It's a bit too long for me.
Yes.
So
I've been here for 3,000 years.
Holy.
Yeah,
That was.
I was here at the first age
I think that's bad. It's been 3 pages.
of Torrenbach.
Yeah, he's only done 3 pages.
Yeah.
3 pages, and I can understand all language.
1,000 years. 1,000 years.
All we
per
need is
page.
4 levels and taking the linguist feat. That's all we need.
So you get to keep.
yes, but I don't want to be the.
All right. So you're in a pocket. Pocket.
So you have the Book of Memory.
Ooh, way to go. Good job. One step closer to being stoned.
You can basically you can study this book, and we'll
So
roll
he hits us with
intelligence
that.
checks
He gets
every night,
stoned.
and I'll tell you how much you get into.
hurt.
Okay.
Okay, but we will go through this for every long rest. Every time you want to do this.
Every time we go to
Okay.
bed.
So does anybody like? Wait, no. I'll just go with that my own. Never mind.
The Cypher Knights are still here, so you could always come back and ask them questions and find stuff
Could you
out.
read this to me every night?
No, that's not how it works.
For the next
Only you
3,000
can
They
read it.
cannot read
For the
it.
next 3,000 years.
They get thrown in the box.
But yeah, so
Have a
you now have the Tome of Knowledge.
Nice.
All right,
Oh, there's a reading.
time for us to go.
Mhm.
Find the dude that I want to go and kill. Is that right?
I have to
No.
go and find the.
We're talking.
No.
We're talking
The
to the.
Cypher Knights go off and begin waking up all the rest of the Cypher Knights.
She says, "Well, I have a task to complete. So after we leave the shadow, or wherever we are, then we have to go to the.
So what are we planning on doing?
We're following these guys.
I
have
would
to go
like
talk to
to
accessors.
just. I would like to stop by the apothecary.
They're-
I'd like.
She
Oh,
wants to go.
the,
I would like
uh,
to stop by the
I'll tell-
apothecary.
We'll go next.
You want to go check to the
Poison,
apothecary?
death, or whatever it is.
The Green Plague?
The
The green
crow-
plague.
Call?
Oh.
You want to go to the apothecary?
backstory.
Yes.
Does anyone want to go with her?
Yes, I will go to the green plague.
So you guys all leave.
And you say, you guys are going to the bank. We're going to go to the plague.
You guys are going to the bank.
Oh,
Nick,
I forgot about the bank. Yeah, where
You
were
guys
we?
going to the bank?
Were we going to the bank?
Didn't you just say you were going to the bank?
Who's okay? Where?
Where's everybody going?
That's what I want to know.
So there's a bank and there's an apothecary.
Alexa goes to bed.
Okay, what were we supposed to do at the bank? I forgot.
That was the bird. The bird gave you a
No.
message.
Leonte is at the
But that
bank.
was at the bank out of this area.
There's
No,
one
that's
bank.
there's only
It's
one
here.
bank and it's in the shadow
I
section.
thought you said it was in the other
man,
part,
that'd be-
the central core.
There's only one bank and it's in the shadow section.
Okay, well then I'm going there.
I'm keeping my money under my pillow at that point.
Then I'm going to the bank,
I
and
don't
I'm going to
trust
talk
that
to the
bank.
excise.
The crow gave you directions to an apartment.
Yes, so I'm going to go there.
So
You're going
did
to the apartment.
Yes.
So did the
Are we
secret
stopping
guy
off at the apothecary
We
before we
should-
go?
split the party?
Okay. How about this?
Certain
Apothecary?
doom.
Bank. If other people want to just go to the bank, they can. We can meet them there, and then apartment.
I don't want to go to that guy's apartment.
I don't really want to
No,
go
no,
to
No!
not that guy's
Her
apartment.
friend.
If we go to that guy's apartment, I'm
apartment's
gonna kill
in
him.
the shadow section.
Not,
The bird
not,
gave
not the
you
creeper.
directions to an apartment in the central quarter.
Yeah. And so we don't have to go to the bank.
They also gave you directions to go to the bank.
It said that Saris Miante is at the bank,
Oh,
but it gave you directions to an apartment.
just
Stupid
in case.
bird.
Sarah's
Not the
gonna-
address.
Okay.
Direction.
Okay.
Tell you what.
I got you. We're
think
going
birds
to the
give you
bank.
good
We're going to talk to
messages,
this
but-
guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Think
Where
might
are we
be
going?
in Escape City.
Okay.
I'm going to the apothecary, and I will meet you guys at the bank. Whoever wants to come with me can come with me.
I'll be with
I
you.
think we might be in an Escape City.
Are
What
you
are we doing
coming
at the
with me or
apothecary?
Are you going with them? I'm
I'm-
going to the shady bank.
I'm going
I-
with them.
Okay. Who's going with Kitsu?
Where are you going?
And who's going with
Both
Amadra?
Kitsu.
I'll go with Kitsu.
Kitsu?
Gotcha.
Kutsu.
You're going with Amadra? Okay. So you guys go back out into the main thoroughfare and go. You guys go to the bank. You guys go to the apothecary. We're gonna go to the apothecary first and then the bank.
That's fine. That works for me.
What is it we need to pick up at the apothecary?
There's something that's bugging me about it.
Bugging her.
As you go to the apothecary, you see the sign of the Green Plague. You see the symbol of Mordmoins. A symbol that you were told to deeply fear.
Oh, and she does.
The windows are clear amber, and the entire outside is covered in deep purple vines. The door is ajar.
Shall we go in?
She walks in.
Inside, there are many pillars and lattice fencing with any number of fruits and flowers. There's a sickly sweet smell that comes from this.
Oh, must be the drink I made.
As you enter into the room, you hear a rocking. Welcome, children. Welcome to the Green Plague, armory of the disciples of Mordor.
I don't like that.
Disciples of whom?
as you look around,
One
you see
more.
this old woman inside of a chair who seems to be knitting plants together. She's rocking. Her skin is slate gray. Her eyes are a deep emerald green. Her ears go out to about half a foot. Her
She's
hair is
No.
twisted and matted, and almost seems to grow into the plants around her.
She's
Great.
an elf or a giant?
It's Mother Nature.
I'm gonna kill
As
somebody.
far as you can tell,
You,
give me a
gotta
nature
get out of this town.
My morals are getting rocked.
Don't kill any
My spidey senses are tingling.
I know. They are.
16.
This guy's gonna get us all arrested.
I know.
She's
We're at the bay.
she's at the halfway point.
So she's an elf turning into a dryad.
She's whatever she is. She's alive, and she's changing
Good.
into something else. She was an elf and is changing into something else.
You look sickly, Mother. Is there something that you require?
A gift from my lord.
Oh, your lord. Is he a good lord? I've
The
known many
best.
that were bad.
He seeks only the furtherment of the natural world.
The
Can I
natural
help
world.
you, dear?
Well, you were just looking. I saw your shop and as a prospective healer myself, I just wanted to take a quick look.
Your skin. You are from Asherah.
Not anymore. Not for very long.
A rebel. I met another like you. He came to me
Another.
many years ago. He brought a large thing made of wood, oak. Oh, they were strong. Do you come seeking strength?
No. No. I
You
just
do not seek power, fortitude.
I was just curious.
She almost rises from her chair.
What was? Did he give you a name?
As your head tilts, you hear the creaking of wood. You are bound to the forest. He was too. Asherah, you clever minx.
Who was he?
They don't like that.
A light. A light once burned out. Lit again by a new master. Interesting.
Who was he?
He was injured. Curious. Very curious.
Did he give you a name?
Tell me what you seek, and I will give you his name.
I seek only to return to my home that is not Asher.
That is what you want. That is not what you seek.
I seek to help my home. That is all I've wanted for 5 years. That's all I've seeked for 5 years, and now I can finally achieve it.
I can help you.
I told you what I seek. His name, please.
Elizar. I can help you. The two could become one. Rebels of Asher and Mordmoin's gifts. We can remake the originals.
Not with him. I'm sorry.
I touch the countertop and cast light
You cast light.
on the
All
countertop.
of the
and it's
plants
just
like open up and like look towards it as if they're just eating it.
And once he does that,
The light shines on her, and you see the light actually pass through her onto the back wall, as if like she's been made of vines, and you're seeing the shadows through it.
Are we dry? Are we ready to leave?
yes,
As
Thank
you guys leave.
yeah.
Do not leave. I can help you. I can help you regain your strength. Stay with me.
I increase the light, the brightness.
You don't get backstories, Tom.
No, she wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Elizar has done
What
too
do they
much
call
harm.
that stuff that you kill?
Not him. I can help you.
And she leaves.
You guys leave. You hear her saying, "No!"
Gristle even further.
The door shuts behind you. You just
Just
hear her
torch
screaming
the
muffled
alchemist.
inside. It's not
we
fire.
We had to burn the alchemist.
We burned up another shop, guys.
Once again.
So you guys are
Did
back
she-
out into the thoroughfare.
We're walking. I'm keeping her walking, moving forward.
And the bank is away from the blooded vine, so that actually helps.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, let's walk towards the bank as
This
I.
man needs to leave the
Yeah.
He just wants to go to the village, have a drink, and go home.
So,
Anyway, there's a great tavern.
was she casting a spell on you? You looked enthralled.
No, I'm fine.
Was I
No,
able to
sir.
protect you?
You did very well. I appreciate it. She did not cast a spell on me. It just.
Her words seemed honeyed and filled with poison.
What mine's words typically are. Of all the weird. Am I shocked or am I not surprised? Elsa.
Let us rejoin the others. Being in large groups might help us.
And Lex, about what you said earlier, about reminding yourself of your humanity,
Yes.
you can. Being irritated and angry is just as human as being calm and happy. It's a balance.
Yes.
Just because you're irritated does not mean you don't have your humanity.
I remember my kindness and my loves as memories. The only thing I have left is my anger. And so I look upon my ball to remember the things that I've lost.
Who gave it? Who gave it to you?
My goddess.
How did you choose her?
I cried out to Lathander to save me, and he refused. And so when I lay dying from hunger, being turned into a full vampire, it was her, my mistress, who took pity on me and gave me a new life. I am neither vampire nor human. I am something in between.
I have a complicated relationship with Lythander myself, so I understand.
Yes.
I know he's not all bad, but there are times I question his motives.
My previous family, my blood, are all Lathander people. And so I am grateful for Lathander for keeping them safe. But I must walk in the shadows.
So am I. My brother's a cleric of Lythander. My family wanted me to be one, but I didn't.
Well, if you'd like to follow Seluna, just let me know.
I appreciate the offer, but there's someone I have already devoted my life to serving. I appreciate it.
And we continue on?
Alright. Going to the bank, where many people walk up and down the steps. As you guys go up the marbled steps past the pillars of the risen bank building and loan, you guys enter into the large oak doors, and you see many desks, and you see the white marble flooring, the black carpets that lead everywhere. You see a receptionist, a drow,
Lovely.
with their hair all done up in a beehive, with half moon spectacles all the way down to the edge.
I love it!
All the way down to the edge. Her neck, a nice string of black pearls, and she's dressed very smartly.
In yellow.
No, in a silvered tunic.
Nice.
All right, how
Very
can I
nice.
help you? Welcome to the Risen Bank.
What was the guy's name again? Can you tell me? I can't remember how.
Saris.
That's not what
Yeah,
What are you looking for?
Is it?
Exactly.
Saris Mayante?
Saris Miante.
Saris
Miante.
Mianti.
Yes.
Like a nice
Hello, welcome to the
Chianti.
Risen Bank. What I do for you?
I'm here to see Saris Miante.
Oh, you have an appointment with Saris?
Yes.
I believe she has a meeting until, oh gosh, it's hard for me to tell time here.
Everything's so dark.
It's just, my timepiece doesn't exactly work. It's weird.
That must be a lot
Can we
easier
just
for her
go-
to be here than anywhere else.
I can have you wait by her desk. She'll be just down the third aisle on the right.
Third aisle on the right. You're
Yes, the
not.
third aisle. Should I tell her a name of who's coming?
Sure.
What is the name?
Kitsu.
Kitsu, last name? Just Kitsu?
It's an unusual name.
Alright. I will send her that message. You may be on your way.
Okay, come on, guys.
You animals will have to wait outside.
They're not animals.
Yes, they are animals.
Do you look like animals now?
They
Did you
are
like
animals.
change walking in?
No,
Me?
your,
No!
your
We're talking
cat
about
and your
these
dog.
guys.
Oh, I forgot about you being a
No.
Oh my god.
Your cat and your dog.
She goes, no, there's. But are you with us?
Yes.
You're with us. Okay, then
Yeah,
you just stay there.
we're back at you, and
Okay.
Andrea looks like she's seen a ghost.
No, you guys are still coming up.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
we're still
not.
walking.
He'll stay with them.
I will do my own thing, don't worry.
All right. So you head down there by yourself.
You're gonna be on every so often.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
So you head down and you go to the third aisle and you go down and you see another drow. Her hair is done up in a ponytail. She's wearing a blazer. She has a nice business casual kind of thing going on.
With a blazer.
And she looks over. She says, Please come sit.
I come sit.
As you sit down, she goes, now, what may I do for you?
I would know this person to be the right person, right?
You see on her desk it says Sarah Smiante. What may I do for you?
I was called here by the crow.
As she kind of...
From...
I hear that you are wishing to open an account. Let me put up my silence spell so that we may better have our privacy. And she touches a button and you see this small little bubble come out from the center of the desk and stretch out. We may speak candidly now.
Oh, great.
I was shocked to see another exciser within the city. Tell me, what is your current objective? Or are you a wanderer?
Currently, I'm helping find the person, the entity that destroyed Vengers.
So you're working with the authorities?
Sort of.
Okay.
I do have permission to investigate from the figure. So.
Yes. All. Oh, you have actual.
I have an actual pass.
You have actual pass.
So I have an actual pass. So does the rest of my party.
The Platinum City Coven has been skillfully infiltrating the Platinum City for quite some time. We have been doing so quietly. The Amber Enclave does not prefer having excisers within the city, preferring to display their own justice.
Okay.
They do not prefer us. Our invasive and quick methods leave a bad taste in their mouth. Assassinations is not their cup of tea.
They do seem to take forever to get to a point.
They do. It frustrates me.
It's kind of
There
frustrating.
are things we need to kill, and things we need to let live.
I'm so
They're
glad
my kind of
someone heard
people.
that. I'm so glad someone said that. Because there's just things that need to go.
Yes.
And I just don't. I don't get it.
I have
don't
found
get
many at the Wizards College, and I have personally
Haven't been there yet. Haven't been there yet, but we're supposed to go there, and I just
certain people searching
the
for undeath.
artificers had to be.
The artificer core within the Platinum City is a growing issue.
And there's something about the armor, and she's like, there's so much.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
We tracked the artificer core to the Platinum City about 3 years ago.
Well, I just met the ones that blew up. She was the
Oh, the Lightless Forge,
Yeah.
yes. My crows were investigating that place for weeks.
before they blew them up. Before they blew themselves
My
up.
familiars, yes.
Wow. I'm sorry that we kind of.
If you wish to reach, if you wish to
it
reach,
kind of ended that. I mean,
if
they
you
did
wish
blow
to talk
themselves
to the
up.
rest of the coven, we'll be meeting at our hideout, within the next day.
That would be fun. I would like to.
It is the hideout. It is the apartment. I give you directions.
Oh, okay, great. So a couple days.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, great.
Tomorrow. You'll be able to
At
meet the
night?
rest of our coven.
At night, during the day.
Typically, we meet whenever we have time. Tomorrow, I believe we are meeting at night.
Okay.
We have communications.
Okay. Cool.
Do you know of the Platinum City Coven?
I am not familiar with it. I knew there was one. She's all proud. You're not surprising me.
Kuberos Lament is our leader at the moment. Kuberos Lament. He is currently infiltrating the central quarter as the captain of the Platinum City Guard. And then there is Syrah Fortune. He is the coin master of the market district. I keep an eye on the elite. Lament keeps us hidden from the authorities. Syrah provides us monetary value. Gets us into the places we can't schmooze our way in.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'll be at the meeting.
I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yay!
Do you have anyone we need to murder?
I can think of a few people.
No, not not right now. I'm kind of.
I will tell you,
I kind of.
aberration, the aberration menace has not seen it rear its head within the Platinum City. Although in the current way everything is going, we might see something. I've also had to put down a few blood magic users.
Oh, wow. No.
The infernal twisting doesn't help them.
The blood magic. Wow.
Yes.
Here.
Twisting their own bodies to function as magical souls.
Very interesting. That is. I'll keep an eye out for that. You know.
Noted.
Keep an eye out for
The
that.
excisers search for three things. We search for aberration, we search for artificer, and we search for blood magic.
On the aberration note.
They already failed twice.
On the aberration note. The Venger situation.
No, he's not an aberration.
I realize that. I don't think he actually.
Demon Prince.
I don't actually think Venger actually walked through the door. I think he'd be a little bit more obvious. But it seems
Yes, I think
like,
he'd burn.
I think something. I think something is letting infernals in.
Well, we will have to discuss your findings. We have been unable to access the crime scene.
I've been on the crime scene. I've been to the
Lament is
library.
procuring some evidence for
She's
for
like,
us.
I was at the crime
I believe
scene. She starts like thinking, oh my gosh, I was at the crime scene. I was at the
Lament is
and then the
Lament
library.
is-
So many things. I know so many things.
Lament is procuring us some evidence to look over for our own. He's very interested in a book cover.
The knight is on its way to that. If he's gonna,
He won't get it.
she's gonna be very disappointed. It was the Infernal
It will
Tome.
be returned by
The book is
tomorrow morning.
called the Infernal Tomes, by the way.
The Book of Infernal Tomes.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what it's called.
I'll check it
And
out.
it's destroyed except for the cover.
We're going to check its magical essence.
Luminescence. Very cool.
Divination specialist.
We have definitely cause to believe that somebody is letting the Infernals in.
Good to know. Is there anything else?
No.
I will see you later.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Is she too German?
No,
Oh, okay.
I just have an accent.
Sorry.
It's regional.
But you're drow. You shouldn't have that accent.
Who says what accent I should have? It's a
Okay.
cover.
It's okay. I understand.
Do you want to hear my real accent?
No.
It's a cover. Come on,
Okay,
people.
I believe you.
I work in the freaking
Come
shadow
on, man.
section. Everyone's German here.
It's okay.
It's weird.
Do you like sausages?
Why would I like sausages?
German people like sausages.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
She closes the silence spell and the bubble retracts. I will be able to file your paperwork within the next few days, and your account should be open from then.
thank you
May I
very much.
interest you in any of our magical spell slot coins?
Sure. I'll take 2.
We have a first level, third. We have all the way up to 9th level spell coins. They do cost 100 gold per coin per level, up to the level. So 900 gold for the
Can I
one
use
for
it
the
to
9.
cast?
They are
You could use
used.
it
The
downcast.
coins are used as a way of substituting for spell components.
It's okay. I don't need it. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll wait.
I will be able to file your paperwork within the next few days.
Thank you.
What was his name? Kitsu?
Yes.
Last name?
No.
Kitsu Kitsu.
Kitsu Kitsu.
It's Mario Bros. Kitsu Kitsu.
Stop it.
Pizza, pizza.
We got the Goombas in the valley. We got...
All right, so you head back.
Okay.
By this time, Lux and Amadjaya have returned.
She looks like she has seen
We need to
ghosts.
leave this place.
She's like, I agree fully.
I have restrained myself to an extent to which I did not think was
Yeah,
possible.
As you guys leave, it is becoming night.
Yeah, You
The
especially.
lights begin to glow all the way up and down, and the skeletons that walk with their well-to-do masters, the smoke begins to billow.
We need to leave quickly.
You see the shop lights come on, you see the blooded vine come up, and you see the lovely outside area.
Little seating lounge.
Yeah, a little seating lounge on the
that's
outside.
nice.
You hear gentle violin music coming from there.
Just keep walking. Find your center.
All right, where are you guys going?
Central?
The central area.
That might be
It
closest.
is becoming night. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, we gotta get out of the shadow area.
Okay. So you guys head back to the central section.
Yeah.
Central
Yes.
quarter.
Yeah.
Right,
And
what do you guys do?
find an inn to stay at?
You guys would know that the inns and restaurants mostly exist within the material section.
Okay, so then we'll go to the material section, I guess.
So you guys go to the material section. You guys know of one restaurant that's Bebo's. There seems to be quite a few others.
Okay.
What are so you guys?
Comfy place to sleep and an inn.
Sounds like Bebo.
Yeah, but
And
people,
he's not technically an
he
inn.
wants us to be not to do that.
So
He doesn't want us to stay there? He doesn't like our...
you guys can go back to Bebo's.
See?
Well, his is more for.
You guys know of 3 inns. One is known as the Realm of Rest. There's the Great Reside, and then there's the Longhouse. There are the taverns are Bebo's Bar and Grill, the Brewery of the Barrel Wise, and the Vine of Life.
Ooh.
Oh.
Then there's the restaurants where you can go and have a meal, the Fruits of the World, Wynn's Bistro, and the Savory Temptations.
Ooh, let's go to Savory Temptations.
Let's go to the Vine place and I'll look around.
Let's go to
Let's
bed.
avoid vines.
Let's
avoid
let's
vines.
eat something and then find.
You
an
guys hear
inn.
that Wynn's Bistro is quite nice.
Okay.
Wynn's Bistro?
Let's go to Wynn's.
Sounds like a win to me.
And then we go find some, like, maybe sleep in the longhouse. That sounds fun. I've always wanted to sleep in a longhouse.
Just sleep in a long box.
Isn't that She's like,
That's so funny.
she's
On
like,
so
let's
many
not. She goes, I don't. She looks at. She goes, I don't think we should joke about that.
I sleep in that long box.
I don't think we should joke about that.
Why is that a joke?
As you guys travel back into the material
We
section.
need to keep you undercover.
Oh, inside the box.
Wow.
I understand.
Wow.
As you guys go back into the material section, you guys find, eventually, getting directions to Wynn's Bistro. You see this as like a kind of charming little restaurant where it has.
Charming. Is it gonna let our pets in?
Yeah.
Is it pet friendly?
It's pet friendly. You see it's.
We have to
It's,
eat on the
it's
patio.
a round building with multiple levels on it, and it has on the sign is spelled Wynn's Bistro, where it's WYNES, and it seems to glow, like it.
Oh.
It goes, it writes and then it
Oh my
blinks,
gosh.
and then it goes back the other way, and then it writes again.
Oh, that's really
It
weird.
blinks and it goes back the other way. You see a lot of greenery, and it looks kind of upper class. It, for a lack of a better way of describing it, it kind of looks like a more upscale Red Robin.
Oh.
Oh, now I want burgers.
No, no,
You see the doors. The doors are open.
no. Oh, okay. Doors open. Come on in.
And as you guys walk in, you guys see a concierge, and you see 2 curtains. And you see the concierge is actually like a younger human. He has blonde hair, deep bags under his eyes, and he's half asleep. And as you guys walk in, a bell chimes. He goes. Takes out a big book. Species, age, and variations thereof.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Are we gonna be able to be sat today?
Species, age, and variations thereof.
Elf. 124.
What variation?
Wood.
Region?
She gives it. her
The
hometown.
Will and Rift region.
Yeah,
Okay.
Will and Rift.
Okay. You seem to be of drinking age through your
Yeah.
curtain on the line. Race, species, age,
Holy-
and variations thereof.
Wood elf, 154 Ashran,
You are able to drink. You are able to go through the curtain on the
or
right.
152. I just aged myself 2 years.
Species, age, and variations thereof.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
You.
Undefined.
Human?
Undefined.
and unknown.
You seem human.
Okay.
I was once human.
We'll go with
We'll
human.
go with human.
Excellent.
Age,
I don't know.
you look old.
Wow.
Yes.
Curtain on the right.
Thank you.
Species, age, and variations thereof.
Halfling. I'm pretty sure.
You can drink at 9. Go.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, she peeks through the curtain. They're with me.
Familiars are welcome.
Yay!
Please enjoy Wynn's Bistro.
Excellent.
Always happy for this guy.
I am, of course. Oh. Didn't even get to tell him I was the proprietor.
You're the proprietor?
Yeah, Wynn
He's
10.
Wynn.
You're a
This is-
child.
This
Winston?
is my restaurant. Thank you so much for bringing my age into this.
You look exhausted.
That's what happens when you run a business.
At his age.
Wow. You need a nap.
I was
You should
having
probably
one.
put somebody in this, like another young man.
I was having a
Here.
nap before
Should go
you
and
walked
shift.
in.
Are we to be seated then?
Your server will be with you in a moment.
Excellent. Thank you.
First washing hands.
As you guys pass through the curtain, you guys see a lovely black and white checkered floor.
Everything's black and white here.
A black and white checkered floor. A nice bar with that's like kind of like one of those resin things that looks like there was water flowing under it. You see the back of the bar is filled with bottles. There's like bar seating all throughout the place, but then there's booths around the sides. There's a lovely set of chandeliers that glow golden light into the room, and a small dwarvish man toddles over. He's in a lovely waistcoat with a white shirt, black tie, red waistcoat with an apron around his waist. He has a large, thick beard, but his mustache is heavily waxed into curling points, and he goes, "Hey, welcome to Wynn's Bistro. We have seating for 4.
Cat and dog too.
We have seating for 6. Yeah, this way, my lovelies."
East away.
And he shows you to a table where he puts candles on and starts delivering menus.
Oh, menu.
Yes, welcome to Wynn's Bistro. We are the restaurant. We are a restaurant within the Platinum City. What can I get for you to drink? We have ale, beer, wine.
Wine, please.
Wine, please.
She says ale.
Red or white?
Red.
Red wine. Okay. I see, my friend of the paler complexion. We do have a lovely
Water, thank you.
water. I was going to say we have a lovely vintage of essence.
Essence?
Yes, for those who
From the
require,
bloodline.
those who cannot eat the normal meals.
Oh,
We cater to all.
oh, okay. Well,
Very fun.
Are those people still...
It is sustainably so. They're not dead.
And
They
they're
were paid well.
Ah, yes. Water still.
Water still.
they were paid. There's somewhere around here is a
for their
plasma
lives.
donation
Yeah, it's a
center.
plasma. Yeah, there you go.
There's a plasma donation center somewhere.
Hey, when vampires are legal, you have to have something they can eat.
Yeah.
We don't have addresses in Crossroads.
But we have a plasma donation center.
Yeah, that
And
dude's
evidently
sitting in
We
my
have,
Rotary
what for you, my
Whetstones.
friends? We have wine, we have meat,
And we have resin.
ale, we have all of these.
We have
What can we do
resin.
for you?
We have a resin
I will
bar.
take a T-bone steak.
T-bone steak. Rare, I assume?
It's steak
Yes.
tartare,
kinda
so
racist.
it's meant to be cooked.
And you smell the places.
Yes.
Assuming he's going to be hungry. Time to cater.
Assuming that he wants rare.
He just wants you to trot the cow out across the.
I've
I
had that
say
request.
rare.
He wants the cow
But
to
look at the oven in
at
fear,
the
then
grill.
bring it
He
out
wants
to
and then
me.
bring it out.
He wants you to just walk the cow
had
by
that
the grill so it's nice
I've
and
had
warm.
that request.
and bring it out.
It is frankly shocking, but it does
Good.
happen. We
Shave
charged
the
him for the
sheep.
entire.
Trot it by the kitchen.
We just shaved a section of it. He only wanted a section of it shaved. He wanted the rest to be fluffy.
All natural.
Yeah. So he could rest his head while he was eating.
No, not
Oh,
me.
wow.
I don't want to see that. Please don't eat that.
Yikes. I'll take a T-bone steak.
Stick. What can I get for everyone else? We have the Wayne's Bistro special today. We have, which is a nice soup with a lovely bit of sandwich with it. It's a lovely ham sandwich.
I'll take that.
I'll take that as well.
I'll take that as well.
3
I'm getting
specials.
hungry.
And what can I bring for the
I'm
cat?
not.
And the dog.
We're actually expecting you to talk, so. A bowl of milk.
Meow.
Now
bowl of
he
milk?
says meow.
A bowl of milk and
Tuna? Do you have fish?
we
Salmon?
do. We have
Salmon.
fresh caught salmon.
Salmon
There you go,
is
perfect.
good.
Fresh
Fresh
caught.
caught? Where? From where?
We have teleporters.
Weren't they closed off though?
No, that's the
No,
realm
the
gates.
realm.
are
That's
closed.
gate.
Oh.
I'm
Round
not
gate.
talking about food.
We can
Okay,
teleport.
and then can
Gods
you
are
grind
closed.
up a steak?
Food's good.
Can you grind up a steak?
We
Like
do have a meat grinder
Okay, for the dog.
for the dog.
Yeah.
Meat
I've got 'em already
ground.
taken
Like
care
hamburger, you know.
You hamburg steak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will be back.
The port
With
city of
that.
Hamburg is here?
What?
What?
It's a dwarven city. Hamburger
The
Festival.
Isle of Sandwich.
It's a dwarven city. It's a dwarven port city.
Oh, goodness.
So heading off, he comes back sometime later.
With drinks and
Yep, he comes back with drinks first. Wine. He gives you water.
Yes.
I'll be back. He walks away. What do you guys want to do? There's a couple of people inside of here.
we're listening.
Yeah.
There's a few people around. There's a couple people at the bar. There is a person you do recognize in here.
Ooh.
He's in his lovely brass-colored waistcoat. His bowler hat is on the booth that he's sitting at, and he seems to be going over some notes and things. And it is Nolan Armitage.
Oh, wasn't he the guy that
So we're
read
The
the
newsman.
the
I'm going
news?
to jump onto the counter and start reading all those notes.
So he's at a booth across the way. So you walk over and jump up onto the table,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Well, friend, you look familiar.
I'm ignoring it and I'm just reading the.
Hey, these are my notes."
I
And
keep
tries to
reading.
shoo you away.
I shoo him away.
Ah, we got a fight, real fighter here. And he prestidigitates a little like fluff ball to go in your face.
I prestidigitate a fluff ball and throw it in his face.
Oh, we want to play hardball, eh? We want to play hardball. He casts Mage Hand and he grabs your face with it and pushes.
I
Oh.
cast Mage Hand and push his face away.
I need you to make me a strength check.
I love it.
I hope you get it.
So it's Mage Paw. It's not.
Natural 20!
So you're resisting it, and he's like,
Damn, he's a strong cat.
and he goes, "I remember you from the investigation."
I come
I'm-
and sit next to him.
I'm reading his
You see him fighting viciously with your cat.
Please leave my friend alone. I've had a very conflicting.
Frankly, it's your friend who came into my booth.
Well, you guys just behave.
He's not dropping his mage hand until you do.
I've had very conflicting feelings all day long, and I've wanted to murder quite a few people.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, he's very
Why did you
honest.
bring this up?
What? To the reporter?
Does he drop
Dad, why
that
don't you
mage?
tell me about that, friend?
I'll drop the mage hand.
Because
He
you're the
drops
one
his.
person I don't necessarily want to kill, but I might have to because you're harming my friend.
No one's
According to
hurting
my
you.
notes, friends, you guys have been causing trouble all over the city.
Causing.
Wow,
Trouble.
who's travel
Not
space?
trouble
I
here.
went to a
Wait,
library.
I am
causing
the
trouble.
newsman. It is my job to get the information.
We have not been causing trouble.
Really? I have some sources in the Court of Sewers that say that you were placed at the shadow section right when the blacksmith was burned.
Well, just because we were there doesn't mean we caused it.
Yes, and then I have eyewitness reports from some citizens saying that they saw a person with green skin fleeing the scene and seeming to be quite a bit of danger.
She was in no danger.
Well,
And
no, there was no
see-
danger.
That
I
is
think
what
we
my
were
sources
stealth-
As you can
Thing.
see, we were no danger
That was a
and
day
no-
ago.
and no mood
Do I?
for a rumor mill.
You're right.
If I wanted a rumor mill, I'd be in the Fae.
I also have sources that tell me that these lovely individuals that match your descriptions were seen within the fair.
Was
Let me tell you
that?
this, my friends. I have gathered quite some information,
Not
and
covering.
I have
causing
also
trouble.
He knows
gathered
too
that
much.
you were part of the church investigation, and prior to that, you did leave your establishment and stay at Bebo's Brewery the night before.
This man's stalking.
So I go ahead and take out
He's
the
stalking us.
the badge that's been given to us to be the investigators, and I put it before him, and I say, "Does this give us the authority to investigate?"
As far as I know, friends,
Excellent.
So then,
this
Shut
was
up.
given to you after.
All right. Do I
That
see
does
the
not
part of his?
tell me. That does not inform me why you left Bebo's bar and Bebo's brewery the night before the damage was struck.
we didn't leave the night before.
You were at the churches the night before.
Oh my god. This guy is stalking us.
I have good information, and if I am not given full information, I will be forced to print what I believe.
Detect magic.
Or
on
you
no
could
one.
be forced
Detect
to have
magic?
an unfortunate
Yeah.
incident.
So you cast magic at this guy.
Yeah, I just want to see if he's got like an illusion spell or what's causing him to know
He may be
exactly
forced
our
to fall
whereabouts.
on top
As
of
you
a blade.
detect magic
Even
on him, he
before
has,
he
he has a
ingests
couple
poison.
magic spells on, but nothing that's like
So,
divination.
so you believe?
What school of magic are they?
Evocation.
Okay.
So I say, so you believe that we destroyed a holy place with destruction magic. You believe we burned down and blew up a armory and killed all the people inside of it. We've had dinner with, or not dinner, but we've met with heads all over the place who are in charge of this investigation. And your answer is to try to blackmail us.
My answer, friends, is to tell you that unless I start getting some information, I will be forced to make inferences and bring that to the public.
So blackmail.
My friend, I am a simple newsman. I must
And
bring...
even newsmen are not about blackmail.
My friends, this is the information I have. You arrived in the Platinum City 3 days ago. You went
it's
to
been a long 3 days.
went to Beeble's Bar and Grill, where you left promptly in the dark of the night. You then returned to Beeble's Bar and Grill, and within the short hours of the morning, the church was destroyed. At this point, you arrive at the scene and are taken in by the Fae. What happens then is you then descend into the sewers, show back up in the shadow section, and a blacksmith is destroyed and you are seen fleeing the scene, back to the Fae. I can only then assume that you are agents of the Fae to cause chaos.
I don't think we went back to the
No.
Fae.
I take out the flask and I put it in front of him. And I say, do you know what that is?
I know that it's glass.
Oh,
you know
don't
what it
tell
once
him.
was.
Don't tell him.
Oh god. I don't think this is going to help our case.
What is this, friend? Please tell
It's
me.
a
As
yummy
he goes to
dream.
write down a note.
It's a good drink.
Please tell me. What is this thing?
This is
Well,
the
you're planning
last.
on threatening me.
This is the last person who did not give me the information that I desired.
Can I quote you on that?
No.
And I grow my fangs out and I look at him and I say, now, we can come to some agreements on some information. I can help you and you can help us. But if you're going to be an enemy, then I'll put you inside of this bottle and carry you around in my pocket.
Oh, my friend. Do you believe that I am unknown? That I would not be missed? And do you believe it would help your case to kill me?
I'm striking a deal where we benefit each other.
I'm striking a deal. And that was what I meant, that's what I intended in the first place.
Oh,
Tell me the information, and I won't take this to print. I won't have to deal with you. The people of the Platinum City will. They will call for your heads, and your new friends will be forced to do it.
If you do any of that, in 1 year the world will end and it will be on your head. Print that.
I will. As he writes a note. Such interesting information from my new friends. Perhaps we should sit. I'll order a bottle of wine and we can discuss. Or perhaps I should take this to print.
You're going to do it anyway.
I'd rather print the facts than my inferences.
very
I
well.
think you'd rather print your inferences and see what happens.
Very well, as he closes his notepad.
Troublemaker.
I will be forced to print my inferences.
Did you not hear me?
Agents of the Fae sowing chaos in the Platinum City. Has a nice ring on the front page.
Fine.
Right? Are we going to discuss?
Yes.
Very well.
Let's.
Tell me, how is your investigation?
Fine.
As we have currently seen, you travel in the presence of vampiric peoples, a well-enrift agent, a awakened familiar, and a halfling thief.
You're a thief.
Not to mention the Asherin elf. A rather ragtag crew. I have been able to gather information from all over the city, but you are uniquely situated. Tell me, what have you found out so far?
We're in the middle of an investigation.
I know.
We don't have all the facts yet.
Tell me, what was in the blacksmith that you took down?
Oh, that's
I don't
Did you
know
find
what
that?
They were hiding someone.
Ooh, as he writes something down.
Person.
You realize if we tell you who that was that
Perhaps
was down
I have
there.
information that you don't have.
That's true. But we need to make sure this isn't printed until we
I
can
keep
follow
my
up.
friends safe.
The last thing we would want is to lose any leads that we might have because you go to print too early.
I
we
don't
just
print until I
subpoena
have the
him?
full story.
Subpoena.
We could. We're the police.
That is true. We should actually just go to the lady and have her
all his
put him
documents.
seized and put him in
I
prison.
mean,
But
also,
so
can't you just
burn his nose?
I mean, technically I can, but
You'd rather not.
I'd rather not
I agree.
do something that would be considered an act of violence.
That's
Oh,
true. I don't think
yeah.
burning his nose would be an act of violence.
Yeah.
You see on his notepad, it's got multiple tabs on it. You see AC on one of the tabs. You see MC, MTC.
We were able to track the individuals that were responsible for the destruction of the temples, which led
Flips
us
to a part of his notepad.
which led us to the blacksmiths.
And we were
So they're
asked.
working with the artificers.
Well, we don't know the exact
The Lightless
relationship.
Forge was a front.
Well, obviously it was a front.
Yes.
Now that's one for us to give to you. Now where is our bit of information from you?
Do you know which section they were part of? This Artificer Corps. Do you know if they're part of the Tickers
Deus
Union or part of Deus
Ex?
Ex?
Deus Ex.
Weapon specialists. Good to know.
And where is Deus Ex?
Deus Ex is a artificer front. They supply weapons to various gangs around the cities,
And they are
Right.
located?
primarily to the vampires of the Blooded Vine. The vampires seem to be gearing up for something. They're using a lot of their contacts.
I'll deal with them later.
Interesting.
And do not print that.
I print the story
But not before it's time.
in due time.
We do know that Deus Ex's location is somewhere in
The Central Quarter.
the Central Quarter.
Main hub. I haven't been able to find out anything more. Unfortunately, my criminal contacts don't exactly prefer to deal with artificers. Mind too much of the aberration war.
And we were asked to look into it by the Fae before we received these badges.
Yes. The Fae does seem to be in a bit of a trouble. I have notes on that too.
The Fae are just trying to find a way back home.
I haven't seen Titania around the city.
She's here.
Interesting that we haven't seen them. Or heard that they've done anything. Find that odd, did you? They seem to be not so present.
They may also not want to get people's hopes up.
It seems
They
that
love
a
their
city
rumors.
fraying at the edge would need whatever hope it can get.
They
Do you
don't
feel
want
like you're
to
on the
stir
edge?
the rumors.
Do I feel like I'm
Do you
on
feel
the
like
edge of-
you're on the edge?
edge of
Nobody seems to be upset at all.
what? Well,
Everybody
you're
seems to be going
sitting
life.
skirting the top of it.
Everybody seems to be going about life as
It is
usual.
what we can do.
From the top to the bottom.
It's what we can do.
Whether it's the Fae or the Shadowfell. Everybody
I
is.
myself get up every day, put my shoes on, and go straight to work. Because
Doesn't
there's not
seem
much
to
else
be-
I can do.
Doesn't seem to be anybody being worried.
For now.
So I don't see why, if nobody's worried, then why would they care one way or the other whether the Fae were trotting around?
Because word gets out that the Fae don't have gods.
Well, they have.
Word gets out that our
Everybody
friend the
seems to
Shadow
know.
Marshal can't maintain his physical form for much longer.
I
Word
don't
gets
know
out
about
that the material section is pretty much all we've got. The level
I'm
of
not sure about
power,
that.
the balance, that's gone.
Are you
The
sure?
wonderful
I would
Platinum
think-
City, the balance between the three.
I would think that your
Sways.
Are you sure
information
the
is
Fae
slightly
want
tainted.
to be agents of chaos? Or you?
My friend, I'm here to do my best and do my part. I am trying to figure out what I can do. You had information. Information I
You
want.
still haven't given us anything.
You haven't asked the right questions.
We gave you
What is the
something.
right
You have
question?
to get something.
What is something that we'll need in order to continue to do our investigation? What lead can we follow up with? We will follow up with the lead. We'll get the information that we need to solve this case, and also give you a tip-off as to what's happened and give you the full interview of...
There are many parts of the city that people don't look at.
Mm-hmm.
Places where people go to do dark dealings. I would check out the sewers.
They seem pretty clean.
I would go actually into the court of sewers. There's a central hub underneath the central quarter. They also there have the tuning stones.
Tuning stones.
Piece of magic that allow us to manipulate the city.
Hmm.
Divines and infernals aren't exactly here to make renovations.
So what do the tuning stones do?
They reforge the city when it breaks.
Or
It's
could
They
what
allow
use
them to
to break.
manipulate the
we
buildings.
saw those guys using tuning stones, right?
Oh, okay.
That's it's those blocks with the
Oh,
runes on
okay,
it.
yeah.
They were using it to rebuild the church.
Mm-hmm.
They keep the tuning stones there.
Very well. We'll look into that. And we'll meet back, what, tomorrow? That sounds like a good business
let's
deal.
say let's meet up. Let's say let's meet up. I will. And he kind of looks down. He's like, "I'm a businessman. To be honest, I'm trying to sell news. You're trying to help. You're trying to help this city." Reaches into his pocket, takes out a small bag, puts it on the table. It has a jingle of coin. Bring me information, more of this.
I have no use for that.
Buy you a bed.
I don't sleep.
That's a shame. Buy you a closet.
Help us save those in this city, and that'll be payment enough for me.
Friends, I will get this city around your little finger.
I want it protected, not under my thumb.
Sometimes the best way to protect it is to be seen by it.
One more thing.
Hmm?
This deal, keep my name out of it.
My friends, I honestly don't know your names. Actually, I do only know one. Who's Amadria?
It's
Like
the cat.
I said, keep my name out.
Oh, so that's you.
And
Good to know.
don't say my name.
Bebo was... when you plaster Bebo, trust me, he drops everything. Little bit of dwarven ale.
Please.
I'll keep it out.
We kill people.
Oh my goodness.
What should I call everyone? What should I call you guys? What should I call you guys?
Platinum warriors.
Oh my god.
That would be awesome.
I'll make up something.
Excellent.
You seem to do a lot of that.
I try to keep to the facts.
No, I don't.
Not
I
hard
think you're
enough.
making up facts.
Yep. He packs up his notes. I have to go get the prints. The press is rolling. I'll see you around, friends. And he throws coins to you guys' server. That meal's on me.
I met a vampire lord, a despicable man who also drinks blood, and I want to kill the reporter the most.
I think that's a good idea. I think he should
I think
definitely be dispatched.
He's probably listening.
maybe not.
I think he
No.
definitely should be dispatched quickly.
Knowing him, he probably has something ready to print in case of his death.
Then, you know,
So
then we get to
please
stop
Even though
don't
he's-
kill him.
Even though he is despicable, I will not kill him because
With that detect magic, would I have been able to know what spells were on him?
He had a message spell on him. Bunch of other evocation stuff. very low level.
Well,
I think he was talking to someone. Well, he was talking to us.
And we're sending stuff to them. It's too bad we can't find out like who that would be.
Well, I say we keep him close.
This would have been good to use. I forgot.
I say we keep him close. See what we can get from him so we can solve
Friends
this
close,
case.
enemies closer.
Oh, I can't keep it up permanently. No.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah. Should he come into opposition of our investigation or pass off information to this group that we are trying to hunt, then we take him out.
I think it's a good plan. I definitely think he should be taken out. I hate
Excellent.
despicable people like that.
Very good.
I say we finish our meal, find a place to rest. I'm quite tired.
Yes, I think it's a long rest for everybody.
Yeah.
So you guys eat.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Go to
find,
the coffin.
you find a place to rest.
The golden coffin.
You guys go to the longhouse, probably somewhere around 10, where the night clerk is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a large, husky woman who... the longhouse seems to be more of a kind of communal bedding space.
Okay.
Where there's like... You come in and he goes, "Ah! Would you like a communal bed?"
Ooh.
One bed.
No, not communal. It's not one bed. It's big room with many beds.
That's fine.
String,
What?
hammock,
Oh.
hammock bed.
What are your other
The longhouse
options?
looks like an overturned boat.
Well, that makes sense.
Like it's a big overturned boat.
Excellent.
We have communal bathing space with rafters. You see a lot of swinging hammocks.
That sounds perfect. Thank
I'll
you.
take one of those.
Free.
Thank you. Let's.
Yeah.
Free bathing.
Excellent. Yep. Going up and laying in bed, and I'm going to stare at my my little blue ball of humanity that I have left.
He carries his humanity in his pocket.
I do.
All right.
I got sunshine.
Sleeping in that long resting in the longhouse. Basically, all ill effects of travel and battle are removed, so you guys all take full thing. You guys all have advantage on strength saves until the next dawn,
Oh, that's good.
and any spellcasters can add vicious mockery to their spell list until the next dawn.
Ooh, vicious mockery.
Vicious.
Did you hear that? Vicious
Not a
mockery.
spellcaster.
I know
He's
that's
not
why
a
I sound.
Vicious mockery.
Oh man, I think you're the only non-spellcaster we have.
Yeah, I think so.
So you guys all settle down to the communal bed space of the longhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck up in the rafters where you hear many people groaning and grunting.
I don't want to hear anybody groaning.
And as they toss and turn. As you guys all drift to sleep, except for
hammock.
Lux,
Yes.
I think this is a good place to end this session here.
Yep. All right.
Alright. Got a lot of information there. We got 2 deep information sessions.
Yes, we did.
Right after
Yes, we did.
Alright, we'll see everybody next time.
Yay.
Bye.
Yay, bye.